the magic carpet ride continues. This ball club has been amazing all season long.
And how's that for an intro that I completely modified and borrowed from the Mariners because YouTube did not even copyright strike me or whatever.
Not bad.
And
Not
welcome
bad,
to the
man.
and welcome to the show. And thank you. We've got the Rooftop Mariner along with the Mike, who's been part of all of my shows, including a bunch of trial runs and the disastrous fantasy football, baseball draft.
Here we go, man. Opening day ceremonies begin now.
Oh, here we go. And what a season it was last year. So let's reminisce on that. They're showing all the highlights, but man, what a year 2022 was, wasn't it?
Oh my God, what a year 2022 was, because I had the pleasure of going to 22. You're going to find this very ironic. I went to 22 Mariners games last year, including 5 on the road, and all 5 of the games were actually in Florida. I went to 2 games in St. Petersburg, which, if anybody is looking for a ballpark suggestion to go to, I would never suggest St. Petersburg, because that ballpark is a complete poo hole. It's horrible. And then 3 games in Miami where I saw Julio hit his first major league home run.
In Miami, I saw that. I was shocked when it happened.
Yeah. And here's the bad part is that when I first sat down for that game, I was actually in the restaurant where Julio hit his home run, and I had moved 2 innings before he hit it, and I'm just like, damn, why did I have to move?
Why did you? And now to think about it, in St. Petersburg, to think that the Mariners would have upgraded all the way from the Kingdome to the Tropicana Field. What an upgrade. What a move that would have been.
Well, the reason why I moved in Miami was because I was staring at Jesse Winker's butt for all that time, and who the heck wants to stare at that butt?
Yeah. What he did was full of butts last year. The only thing he really contributed was sparking a fight, which arguably was perpetrated by the Angels. Got pizza, but it sparked a 14-game winning streak, some would argue. But that's about it. Other than that, he was a complete defensive liability.
Definitely. And I'm not going to lie, that social media post that the Mariners just put up, how they're saying that they want to win it all. I mean, that tells you a lot, because, this young ball club, they want to win. They're not looking to just win the division. They're looking to win the whole damn thing. And you know what? I think Scott Service wants that as well. You hate on him so much, but I think he does.
He does. He just needs to find a way to improve on pitching management. That's all he's got to do. And
real quickly, they just showed that. They just showed the AL wild card banner. They need to get rid of that goddamn thing. That's embarrassing.
Wait, did they just put up a wild card? Oh my!
Yes, that's humiliating. We are the only team in baseball who celebrates us being a wild card. I get that we haven't had that much to celebrate, but people laugh at that.
What is up with these smaller standards? The bar just keeps getting lower, but it's because the younger generation, they just never experienced it. So to them, 2022 for some people is their 1995. But for us, knowing that we went through 95, 97, 2000, 2001, this is like, yep, we've been there. We just wanted it to happen a lot sooner. We're glad it happened, but we've got to aim for bigger things. And as you can see, there are kids running on the field. Some dreams have been fulfilled. The most I ever did at T-Mobile Park was just going on the warning track and maybe trying to jump and see if I can put my hand over that wall, which I couldn't, because that thing is actually taller than you think.
Yeah, it is. I've been on the field a couple times. I've got a really cool story about when T-Mobile Park first opened as Safeco Field. My dad and I, he knew somebody over at Como Forest, so we got in really early to the stadium. This was back when it was Safeco Field, of course. And we were in center field. We were walking around. He was talking with his friend, and I went up to go watch batting practice. And Ken Griffey Jr. was up to bat. He hit a ball into the center field bleachers. He hit it 15 rows up. 15
On the
rows.
center field bleachers? I
In
never
the-
heard of this. Wait, this was not the ceremonial like construction yard practice, was it?
No. This was when when they were actually in it. And by the way, I think you are really ahead of me because the kids just ran onto the field now.
I am way ahead of you. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that
I guess
stinks.
Yep. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with it in some way. But it looks like they're about to unveil something. But while they do, we got some commenters. We got our friend Nelson Amador, who's live from Houston, Texas. He goes, "Isn't that the stadium that urinating tree went to?" And he was following the pelican. I don't know what that's referring to. And he was saying saying to the bird, "Don't walk away from me." I don't get it. Sorry, Nelson. Geez, that's a horrible, awful, terrible. We should do playoff banners. Even Nelson's catching on to that. And then I guess Michael's coming in going, "It's because of Scott's service." I kind of indoctrinated him to not like him. Oh, All-Star Week countdown, 99 days.
There you go. So they're just about to unveil it right now. But thank you very much for spoiling it.
Yeah. I was thinking of something. So chances are the TV does not show the national anthem, but would you like to do the national anthem with me? I have it on my playlist for today.
No, nobody needs to hear me sing. I mean, for God's sake.
No, I'm gonna play it on my YouTube. Share the screen.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, are you sure it's pretty? I'm willing to bet it's copyrighted though.
I wonder if people are gonna dare me to sing. I don't sing.
Not gonna lie.
Maybe I'll put it on like limited volume or something. Maybe that will.
That countdown to All-Star Week is really cool because they've done that a lot of times, like especially Griffey Weekend and with Edgar Weekend.
They did. Oh yeah, they definitely did those. I remember those. And oh my gosh, the Edgar one was the one we were all waiting for because it was like, is he ever going to get the Hall of Fame?
And then, of course, what happened during Edgar Weekend is we got swept by the Angels.
I was at one of those Angels games and actually showed up with a not so good throat. It was not fun that day. I wonder if they're doing the national anthem or they're just waiting for their names to be called. And
they're going to be doing the player
introductions.
Introductions right now.
Well, if anyone's wondering who we are playing the Cleveland Indians. I mean Guardians. Sorry, Guardians, but Cleveland Indians. And there it is, Manager of the Year Terry Francona. Personally, I didn't agree with his decision for Manager of the Year. I think it should have went to Brandon of the Baltimore Orioles because he took a team that's completely rebuilding into nearly the playoffs, and at some point they were kind of knocking on the Mariners' door for that playoff spot.
Here's what I have a problem with the Baltimore Orioles last year was I will never forgive them for trading Trey Mancini to the Houston Astros. That was so horrible. I was so disappointed.
Oh, Arch, yeah, and it can't be as damaging as it was when Justin Verlander was traded to the Houston Astros from the Tigers, which speak of, Justin Verlander just went on the IL and he's on my fantasy baseball team. So my team's already suffering. Right. Yep.
Serves you the F right. F in the A, dude.
Yeah. Hey, I like your censoring. And we got Danny P that just commented going, "Go Mariners." Yep. Go Mariners indeed. And I will say, like, we've had some quite of history with the Cleveland team, Indians. I don't know. I'm just going to say Indians. I don't care. 1995 and 2001. But the one I really want to bring up the most was when Arthur Rhodes was coming into relief in 2001 in a regular season game with his earrings flashing at Omar Vizquel's eyeballs because the sun reflecting because it was a really hot day. He had an issue with it. Arthur Rhodes was basically saying, "What? It's just my earrings." And then benches cleared and everything. They finally threw out Arthur Rhodes. But fortunately, the Mariners defeated the Indians that day off a wild throw by John Rocker while David Bell was putting down that bunt, scoring Al Martin. What a time that was. Oh my God,
Al Martin. Jeez Louise. I that name always gives me a headache. So I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not actually going to be able to do this whole stream. I'm not going to be able to do this whole stream because kind of want to just watch this game.
All right. Well,
But
I
I
guess
can't do. But I can do this one. I'm sorry, man. I know you want me to be here the whole stream, but I got to enjoy this game, bro.
Yeah, well, you're talking to a multitasker with someone that has zero attention span of anything.
And look at that,
so I
Mike
have to do
Zanino. Mike Zanino giving a nice round of applause there by the Mariner faithful.
Everyone will always love him. No matter how much he struck out, he was still a big part of that team back in the early 2010s decade up until the 2018. He was known for his long balls, that's for sure. And now they're introducing some personnel, yes.
All right, man. Well, hey, I know that I only spent 11 minutes on here, but I'm sorry, man. I got to get going, bro.
All right. Well, have a good day.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Peace. So it looks like now they are introducing just basically everyone that you can think of. If only I had my headphones off, I could actually hear everything. I'm going to see if I can get my friend Nelson to join. They're still just introducing everyone. Team therapist, huh? I had nothing to react on these guys. They're just introducing. Until they get to the players, then I'll start talking about them. And look at that. We've got Nelson, who is,
Joe, what's up, man?
No offense, my backup quarterback of the situation.
Oh, man, I'm honored, man. I'm honored.
Well, yeah, thank you for joining. And look at that. No technical difficulties so far, knocking on that wood.
Yeah.
But as you can see, they are introducing everyone. And Nelson, you got the game on you right now.
I'm kind of watching it through my Fire Stick, actually.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
It's probably going to be, I'm probably going to watch it illegally, though, but through online. But
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear a dang thing.
I said I'm probably going to watch it illegally
online. Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Now they're introducing all the players. They are running onto that pink carpet. Who we got first? We've got, I can't even tell who that is from distance. I don't really have good vision on that.
Yeah. No worries.
Tom Murphy. Yes, welcome back, Tom Murphy. We miss you very much. Unfortunately, he suffered that injury, but ironically, his injury did open up opportunities for Cal Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Who we got here? We got Marco Gonzalez coming in. He really needs to step up last year for this year if he is going to be a big contributor to the team. We got AJ Pollock, who is projected to be the platoon hitter with Jared Kelnick.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Hummel, who was off of the Kyle Lewis trade, which unfortunately Kyle Lewis just didn't work out, and hopefully Cooper Hummel can make himself a role here. Trevor Gott, who is basically the possible replacement for Eric Swanson, who they traded away for Teoscar Hernandez. Logan Gilbert, one of the star pitchers for the Seattle Mariners, the starting rotation. Possible Cy Young candidate. He's a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Sewald, one of the platooning closers for the Mariners. He's also on my fantasy baseball team right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who they got next? Robbie Ray, who Scott Service shouldn't have put in. Matt Brash, one of the pitchers of the bullpen. You got Penn Murphy, also part of the bullpen. Diego Castillo, which I don't really endorse on the team. Kind of reminds me of Jose Mesa, unfortunately.
Mm.
All right, I'm trying to see who the next guy is. Can't even tell who that is. I missed it completely. George Kirby, one of the other premier starters for the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, here we go. Whoopsies.
Andres Munoz, who is the projected closer of the Seattle Mariners. He's got a big arm going up to 103 miles an hour. You got Chris Flexen for the team. He's on the bullpen right now. Personally, I do think he still should be the starter.
Oh, perfect.
No, I don't like Scott Service. Sorry. No. He was nominated Manager of the Year and shouldn't have been.
Let's see. Hopefully I can find Root on here. Come on.
There it is. It's going to be an exploding ovation for Julio Rodriguez. Yep. That's just so loud. I'm surprised it hasn't started an earthquake yet.
Mm-hmm.
Julio Rodriguez, reigning Rookie of the Year. Colton Wong, who the Mariners traded Jesse Winker and Abraham Toro for. Not going to miss both of them for now because they didn't really contribute to the Mariners that much at all, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Ty France, who was the last-minute All-Star for the Seattle Mariners. And excuse me, I got to charge my phone. It's kind of draining the batteries.
Yeah, no worries, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Hey, just a quick sound test. How do I sound, Nelson?
Oh, you sound really good, Joe. You sound great, man. Mm-hmm.
Eugenio Suarez, known as Good Vibes Only, which I don't really agree with that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy some of that laughing by Nelson. He is known to laugh really loud.
Oh, that's so funny. What the? What's the problem? Yeah, what the?
JP Crawford, the shortstop for the Seattle Mariners. But JP, be aware, you have two prospects right on your tail, Cole Young and Thelmine Celestine.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Castillo, starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners.
Mm-hmm.
And now it looks like they got the flag. Maybe the national anthem will play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we are to please rise for the national anthem. Let's all stand up for the national anthem, shall we?
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. Mm-hmm.
They are asking us for a moment of silence due to the former Mariners that did pass away, unfortunately, including Maury Willis, former manager of the Seattle Mariners. And then we're also Gaylord Perry, who was a 300 winner. And looks like the national anthem is about to play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Something that we've always do at the stadiums. One day we'll do it again, but we always chant USA, USA, USA.
USA, USA.
That is right.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got the Mariners game that is coming up in just a few moments, it looks like. But until then, Nelson, please tell me your thoughts on the 2023 Seattle Mariners. And then before we do, we got Dan LS20 saying hello.
Mm-hmm.
We are, yes, hello.
Yeah.
And they're showing Dave Niehouse's intro.
Oh, yeah.
And since the Mariners are, Dave Niehaus is doing that, I guess I will do it myself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. I think I might have it actually. Oh.
Since the stadium is playing it, I'm going to do it myself too.
Someone once said, "You don't."
I'm probably going to get the copyright, so I'm just going to keep speaking into it, so I don't get so much copyright. If anyone wants to watch it, just search it on YouTube.
Brightens our nights. Over the course of the season and the span of
Dan LS, what is the Mariner? Something to do with boats in the sea.
drama and joy. It brings us all closer together. 9 innings at a time. It's the game we live. It's the game we love. Welcome back, baseball.
Welcome back. Welcome back, baseball. And now, Nelson, you are to tell me how you feel about the 2023 Seattle Mariners.
Well, I think my thoughts are, it's kind of like what I said in the last show. I think my thoughts are pretty simple. I really do expect us, to improve our offense, improve our batting order, hopefully our pitching can be good, both our starting pitching can be good. We need to also have a good bullpen, and all that jazz, and hopefully Scott Service, doesn't make a lot of boneheaded, managing mistakes, like he did throughout last year. I mean, yes, we went to the playoffs last year and all that, but I think Service just really needs to make sure not to make a lot of mental managing errors and all that jazz.
Yeah, let's make sure that they make much better pitching decisions. And Nelson, you got some background noise going on. Maybe you might want to fix that.
Yeah, I think that could be.
Now they're showing a cute little kid with the moose. Can't really explain too much.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the fans. We've got, who do you think will win this game tonight? Mike, I cannot answer that because we've got 162 games. But maybe based on the momentum, maybe got to give the edge to the Seattle Mariners because they have Luis Castillo on the mound and they are highly motivated for the season. But you never know about Cleveland, where they could play the spoiler. Plus, they are led by the great Terry Francona. So never count out those Indians. And I am still calling them the Indians because I am not calling them the Guardians one bit. I'm not going to fall for that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too much into it.
Really dumb name.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
And not only that, I know they have some sort of guardian, statue in Cleveland, but it's still not as good as the Indians name.
No, nothing will. Let's see. The Seattle franchise with the most championships wins are the Seattle Storm. Yes, that is correct. 2004, 2010, 2018, and 2020. Believe it or not, the Seattle Storm have won a championship 4 times, and Sue Bird was a part of all 4 of them, who just recently retired.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to replace her. Yeah, on that team. Oh man, it is going to be difficult. But I don't know. I mean, we have no idea if the WNBA will really survive, just because they always need the NBA's.
They need the NBA subsidies, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I was going with that. Yeah.
What are they going over? Oh, they're going over the MLS. Well, I think Casey Keller. Yep, Casey Keller. He was one of the original players for the Seattle Sounders. He looks like, I think he's going to go up there and throw the ceremonial first pitch. I'm not sure. I can't really tell what's going on. Oh, I guess not. Sue Bird. It's going to be Sue Bird.
Oh, man.
Oh, not Sue Bird. It's Jewel Lloyd of the Seattle Storm, shooting guard, also known as the Gold Mamba. Believe it or not, one of her main mentors to develop her basketball game growing up was Kobe Bryant. Hence why her number is 24. She wants to keep that Mamba tradition somehow going. 9-time NBA All-Star Gary Payton.
Oh, yeah, GP, the glove.
Gary Payton, the glove, who always talks about, oh, the Sonics are coming back to Seattle. Yeah, you said that since 2008. Put your money where your mouth is and make something happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't really buy into it, what he says. He's all talk. That's the one thing he can't back up. Oh, who would that be? Marshawn Lynch, that's right. The beast mode. All about the action, boss. Hey, I'm only just watching this game here just so I don't get fined. And you know why I'm here. And I'm thankful. Yeah. Thanks for asking about my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
13th time. That's going to be Ken Griffey Jr. I'm pretty sure it's Ken Griffey Jr. If that's not Ken Griffey Jr., I don't know who that is. Yep, the kid, Ken Griffey Jr., who they are honoring.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Julio Rodriguez, AJ Pollock, and Robbie Ray. Teoscar Hernandez and Ty France. So that's what they're doing for ceremonial first pitches. So every single one of them are going to throw it at them. Got Casey Keller, Marshawn Lynch, Gary Payton, Joel Lloyd, and there was the other one. I already forgot. This is kind of embarrassing. Oh yeah, Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh yeah.
Will the Seattle Supersonics win another championship before the Seattle Mariners?
I think they probably will, just because.
I want to say yes, just because Mariners will always find a way to just completely mess it up for whatever reason.
Not only that, I think the Sonics will probably have better ownership too once they come back, but that could be a pipe dream.
Oh, and one thing we're going to want to know about this show. So in between the innings, we're going to be going over some Mariners nostalgia, some amazing playoff moments for the Mariners or any kind of moments. And also, we're going to go over the commercials. So I'm going to play the commercials, and I'm going to put my voice over in it. I have to impersonate it because copywriting. So you'll get to see me trying to act like Ken Griffey Jr. in some way. So we will see how that goes. I don't know how it will go, but we will just have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Now the commercials are going to be playing, so let's go over maybe some of my YouTube channel. Because it looks like they are going to play. They're going to go on the commercial break, so I got to do something to stall the time. So I'm going to show my... Well, here is my... I will show this video. I made a little parody video of the Six Flags, so I'm going to share it right now. And we're going to share the screen.
All right.
Okay. If you guys are ready, here it is. I got to keep the volume down because of all the copyright problems.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I thought I'd show a little bit of entertainment there. So yeah, I decided to make a little funny thing, parody of the Six Flags commercial. And what you got is Julio Rodriguez dancing. You had Yordan Alvarez, and who else was the other guy? Mike Trout going, what is he doing? Which, I mean, that's what the Mariners feel like. So I'm just, when is Rooftop Seattle coming? Oh, yeah, I was looking to do a name change, but thing is, I'm focused on the Mariners content for now, so maybe once I get more comfortable with all the other niches, we'll go ahead and go for that. But it's a good point. Oh, I think this is Epic C. Hey, Daniel LS, is that Epic C? Please identify yourself in the comments. I'm pretty sure it is. It says, and then Mike is just going off on Scott Service. It's like, blame Scott Service for the Mariners not making it to the World Series. Well, I do blame him for not beating the Houston Astros for Game 1, that's for sure. Man, let me see if I could show something else to stall time.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to show Legend Live? Ready to play? Let's get it. Come on.
They're playing the MLB The Show ads.
Oh,
Man, people from a long time ago forgot about the real baseball games. There was MVP Baseball. Then you had
that game was
All-Star Baseball, RBI Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
All the good days are gone. It's just sad.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, on MLB The Show franchise mode, you can't even have expansion, unfortunately, or create any new teams. I mean, you can, but it's just, yeah, it's very, very limited compared to NBA 2K.
Hey, Nelson, out of all the countdowns that you saw, like when I say 29 days until Mariners opening day, which one was your most favorite?
Ooh, that's a really, really good question. And I don't know. It's really hard to remember, because I know I've seen quite a few of them, but I think they're all pretty good.
Okay. Oh,
But I
looks like
always
they
remember
are. Looks like they are back from commercial. No, they're showing the Cal Raleigh home run.
Oh man,
That's what they're doing. Yep, I was at that game when it did happen, and when they hit that home run, that thing was blasted. And what a moment that was. I was at the very third deck, and man, I really wish you were there.
Yeah.
And then, we've got our friend Ben Griffin, who is projected to be one of our special guests. He will be coming on around the 7th inning. Yes, he liked that Ken Griffey Jr. N64 game. I played that once. It made me go back to All-Star Baseball. Sorry, Ben. And we got Dan LS going, I heard baseball is losing a fan base in the last 15 years. Well, some would say yes, some would say no, probably because that's steroid era. Who knows? But if anything, the steroid era actually helped the game. That's why they changed a bunch of rules. Yes, Ben, you make a great point where they got rid of the shift, which I completely disagreed with, and they got the pitching clock, which I also disagreed with. But they just wanted to make the game go faster. Ben, yes, I think you did smoke me, but I think I played you in All-Star Baseball, and I smoked you with that 1999 Mariners team that had the all-time offense. But yeah, that's very cute. And we have a whopping 4 viewers, and I thank every 1 of you. And yes, Ben, I'm inviting you to go make a joke. It looks like they are back from TV, I think. No, they're still showing that Cal Raleigh thing. I wonder how many times they're going to keep showing that 2022 Mariners highlights.
And not only that, John Stanton is narrating too, which is crazy.
Oh, look at that. We've got the wait is finally over. That's what they are saying. They're showing the horizon of T-Mobile Park along with the Lumen Field. I still would like to call it CenturyLink Field or Quest Field.
Yeah.
We got Dan LS. I'm just going to call you Epic C at this point. What is your favorite baseball rule? I didn't like any of the changes. It just takes away from the traditional baseball style. It's not my kind of style. I'm not ready for these kind of changes. And they are showing the Dave Sims and the Mike Blowers. I really miss Dave Niehaus.
Yeah.
I really miss the guy. He was extremely legendary at his job.
Oh yeah, he really was.
Without a doubt. My oh my, Fly Away. That never got old. Dan LS, or Epic C says baseball is slow. Yeah. And I'm someone that has a very low attention span, but ironically, baseball is my most favorite sport. No, your name is Epic C. Don't lie. Now, I guess I haven't really put in my thoughts on the Mariners exactly, but strength of the team, absolutely the starting pitching. It is probably the best starting pitching unit I have seen since 2001, or maybe even going back to 1995. That's how long it's been since we've seen like this deep of a starting rotation. Could be even better than those two. Now, that may be a lot to say because one of those starting rotations was owned by Randy Johnson. And Nelson, you still got that background noise. Might want to fix that.
I know. Yeah.
Put some like headphones on or something. If you have some headphones, that would help.
Yeah.
And then other strengths of the team, I really do think it's offense. Many people don't want to admit that it's offense, but I think it is. I never thought it was the problem last year. Some could argue that it was. Now, the biggest problem I'm seeing is the bullpen. And, oh, look at that. They are taking the field. You've got Luis Castillo. He was chosen to be the starting pitcher of the Seattle Mariners, who he was acquired in a trade. Now, the trade package that was included 2 of the Mariners' best shortstop prospects. It was Arroyo and Novi Marte. Now, at first, I thought giving away Marte and Arroyo was like a huge gamble. But when I really looked closely, including Novi Marte, his numbers were not that great. He was hanging around the 250s, and for minor league level, that's pretty concerning. and then he kind of had a little bit of a spark going into July. So I can see why the Mariners got rid of him, because they thought he was just a little too inconsistent. And of course, the Mariners do have a couple prospects on the way in Cole Young, who the Mariners just drafted, and you got Felnine Celestine, who the Mariners just signed out of Dominican Republic. He is also a high ceiling guy that you want to watch out for. He is a highly touted prospect. I honestly think, as of now, he is the best shortstop prospect since Alex Rodriguez. We got Luis Castillo. Last year, he had 150 innings pitched, 45 walks, 167 strikeouts, and he was an all-star last year. Be right back. Gonna fix my mic again.
All right. Okay. Mhm. All right, come on, Jerry.
Now I gotta fix my volume again. Man,
Mhm.
was for my fantasy
Mhm.
baseball draft, because that was really embarrassing.
Mhm. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not doing too well on my end either. I think with me, I'm
Seriously,
just
get some
kinda
headphones.
standing. Oh, that could kind of work.
It would make a
Hold up.
huge difference. And we got the first pitch. It almost went inside. And Stephen Kwan's up to bat. Batted .298 with 6 home runs and 52 RBIs.
Let's see.
And
Hold
this
up.
is my first ever play-by-play. I've
Hopefully
never done a play-by-play. We got
hopefully
another
my
pitch,
ear-
and that is a
earbuds will
strike.
work.
And it is actually a 3-1 count. I am behind on this. This is kind of embarrassing. And strike 2. It is a full count, 3-2.
Oh, dang, you were right. These definitely work.
And the 3-2 pitch. And that is a pop-up. We've got going to third base to good vibes only, Eugenio Suarez. Good
Oh,
vibes
man.
only.
Oh, man.
And yes, Ben, thank you. Ben, I did not need to hear that. I'm on a streaming TV, that's why.
Mhm.
And Ben, no spoilers. Now we got the second batter, Ahmed Rosario. He just hit a foul ball. And Nelson, I can still hear something.
Oh, snap.
Let me hear myself. Okay, it sounds... And a swing and a miss. It is a 0-2 count. And yes, Ben, you laughing at me. Honestly, you've been laughing at me all the way since second grade. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. What a pitch by Castillo. It was up and inside. And we've got 2 outs already. Now for Ben, who is coming on after the 6th inning. Ben, I must say, the way you've been laughing at me for this long, I'm surprised you haven't lost your voice yet. And now here's the third batter. It is another strike. It's looking pretty good so far. And Luis Castillo's number is number 58. He changed his number. Ramirez, who is on my fantasy team, by the way. Let's see how he does. Maybe I should cheer for him to play well for me, if it's even worth it. I'm going to see how my fantasy baseball team is doing right now. Because I got Ramirez, who I drafted in the first round. I'm just getting absolutely rocked. Oh, by the way, it's an 0-2 count. And here it is. And it's a ground ball to first base to France. He's got it. And that is it for the first inning. And the Mariners leave nothing. It is 0-0 with Julio coming up. And now it's time for the next part of the program. Going to play a video, and we're going to react to it.
All right.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
Oh, no worries. Oh, here we go.
The pitch from Acevedo. A drive deep right field. Down the line. The Mariners win this game 2-1. The dream lives. They're going
Oh yeah.
What a moment that was.
Oh man.
Including myself. And you see that Oakland A's fan, even he was cheering.
Oh,
And this was
yeah.
against the Oakland A's. My friend was nice enough to send me this clip.
Oh,
Shout
that's
out.
awesome.
Some guy on TV, chances are, I mean, everyone was doing that.
Mhm.
Mariners finally make the playoffs for the first time since 2001. After years of disappointment,
Mhm.
years of wasted talents,
Mhm.
now over. For now, because if they don't make the playoffs, they'll start another drought.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. That could happen.
So yeah, I made that video myself. I put in Halo music because it was like midnight when I got home. And boy, that's how energized I was to make a video. I think I was up till like 1 or 2 in the morning making that.
Oh, dang.
And we got Julio Rodriguez up to bat.
Oh,
Julio Rodriguez, Rookie of the Year last year. What an amazing year he had. And it was not even expected that he was going to make the roster last year, but he completely thrashed through spring training, and the rest was history. Here is the first pitch for Julio. It is a ball.
Mhm.
And Ben, yes, I spelled disappointment wrong, didn't I? And it's a foul ball. Ben, and for your information, Martin O'Donnell, the composer for that Halo music, he actually still technically owns that part of the music, and he does not care. He actually doesn't. There's a ton of people that use music, and he doesn't care. And it's a swing and a miss. It is a 1-2 count.
Mhm. All right, come on, Julio.
And then we've got 1-2 count for Julio Rodriguez. Good
Ooh.
eye. It is a 2-2 count. They're just showing that he hit 28 home runs last year. He easily could have gotten 30 if he didn't get injured.
Yeah.
All right, and here is 2-2 pitch. It is ball 3, full count, 3-2.
Oh, man.
And here is the 3-2 pitch. He just swung and missed. He just went completely outside. Could have gotten the walk, but he just wanted it for some reason. So we've got 1 out. And Shane Bieber is the pitcher for today. They're just showing all of the strike zones that he pitched to strike out Julio Rodriguez. Oh, no, they were showing 2022 of his pitches. Next, we got Colton Wong, who was acquired from the Milwaukee Brewers for Jesse Winker and Abraham Toro. He hit 15 home runs last year, batting .251. And ball 2, excellent eye.
Mhm.
Hawaii
Come on,
represent. What are you talking about, Ben?
Oh.
It is. That's a strike. It just went up to the chest.
Mhm.
Just to think that 250 is the new 270, which is pretty sad. 2-1 count. It is a foul ball.
Mhm.
Ah, yes, Ben. Yep, you got me. You know your stuff more than I do.
Oh.
And now we've got a 2-2 count from Colton Wong. 10 pitches so far for Bieber. And here is the pitch. And it's a fly ball going to right field, but it looks very routine. He's got it. He's caught it. Yep.
Oh, man.
Kind of looks nice from the angle, but fly out.
Oh, man.
What sport is faster, baseball or golf? Obviously, baseball, I think, Epic C. Ben, do you want to help me with this one? I'm pretty sure you've done both. Ty France. batted 274 with 20 home runs last year. And it's a strike. Went outside the strike zone, but the umpire called it otherwise. And of course, if you haven't noticed, this pitch clock really makes the game go faster. We're already at 2 outs. I just blinked an eye.
yeah.
We're already at 2 outs.
Mhm.
And that is a base hit. That is the very first hit of the season for the Seattle Mariners.
Mhm.
Ty France on the board for first base, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a nice little single.
Mhm. There you go. Good job, Ty.
Yep, good job, Ty. Viva la France.
Mhm.
Now, who we got next? Teoscar Hernandez, who was brought in from the trade with Eric Swanson and some other player. He just took a nice big hack and swing and miss. He was part of the Toronto Blue Jays last year. Yes, he was part of that playoff game where the Mariners completely came back from a huge deficit of Game 2. And it's a 1-1. And Teoscar Hernandez, he's a 20-plus home run hitter. He is expected to take over for Mitch Haniger, who just left for the Giants. And it's a ball, 2-1. He had a career-high 116 RBIs in 2021, and he was the All-Star. And here is the 2-1 pitch. And he took a nice, terrible, big hack, whatever you want to call it. A huge swing and a miss. Oh, man. Mitch Haniger on the DL already. Yep. Unfortunately, the Mariners dodged a huge bullet, I must say. And here's the 2-2 pitch. He swung it way outside the strike zone, and it is a foul ball.
Mm-hmm.
Epic C is saying that he watches more golf than baseball. It is a 2-2 count for Teoscar Hernandez. Either he can do something or this inning is over. Here's the pitch. It is a full count, 3-2. Good eye by Teoscar Hernandez. Golf is actually fun when you play. I just can't watch it.
Yeah.
And
I
here
hear you.
is another pitch. 19 pitches so far. 2-2 pitch. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Now we're going to transition into Mariners commercial impressions. Here goes nothing. Let's do this. Let's hope I don't embarrass myself too much. I don't know what it is, Dr. Pinella. It seems that my life is just going terrible, and whenever I try, I just get screwed over all the time. Yeah. I had it with your excuses. You're acting like a loser. You want therapy? I'll give you therapy. Get out there, get out your doubts, and make something happen. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Aren't you glad he decided to manage the Mariners instead? Next. Pinella has erupted. He is going to clear up. He's covering home plate. Call for season tickets. So yeah, I thought I kind of know how these commercials go because I used to watch these like all the time. I still do. So I kind of know some of the script verbatim. So yeah, that was one of the 1994 commercials where these Mariners, they do these random different things. And they're basically saying, aren't you glad that he did this instead? For Jay Buhner, he was a comedian. Randy Johnson was some magician, a very failed magician. Yeah. And then you had Chris Bosio was a dentist trying to perform root canal, and he pulls out some guy's tooth.
Ooh,
yes,
man.
I'm glad Bosio decided to pitch for the Mariners, at least for a no-hitter back in 1993. And yes, this was a 1994 season where it was cut short by that season strike. And some very fun facts. Just before the Baltimore Orioles game, the tiles fell from T-Mobile, at the Kingdom. Why did I say T-Mobile Park? So yeah, the tiles fell, game was canceled, and the Mariners were forced to play the rest of their season on the road. And now they just transitioned back to the game. And Michael, no, I don't know. I got destroyed by Greg. Ben, that's so sweet of you that you're willing to pause the feed for 30 seconds just so I can catch up. That's great. And that is a strike. And here we go. We've got Josh Bell, 266, 17 home runs. He's another power hitter for the Indians. Sorry, I'm calling them the Indians, not the Guardians. No, Indians. Sorry. Not really. And then here's the 1-1 pitch. It is a foul ball, strike 2. And I would think when you're on strike 2, the fans would really get after it. Just like when Randy Johnson or no, Felix Hernandez was pitching. Whenever he was on strike 2, it was K, 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 K.
That's right. That's right.
And did he go? No, he really did not. Nah, that wasn't even close. The bat didn't even cross the plate. Not even close, unfortunately. Yep, didn't even cross. Not even close. And it's another foul ball. And Luis Castillo, number 58. Jen Mueller tweets, it's opening day, number 30. Yeah, whatever. And then here is a 2-2 pitch for Castillo. It is low, ball 3. 3-2 the count. All right, here comes another pitch. We've got the 3-2 pitch. It is a ground ball, easy play for J.P. Crawford, and he throws him out. Very nice play by J.P. Crawford. Mariners are advertising the Mariners crossbody bag night, where you place a little bit of your belongings in the bag. I don't even know if you're even allowed to bring that with you to the stadium. So why are they giving this out? Because you have to bring clear plastic bag. So I don't. Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, it always kind of reminds me of like how I brought my clear backpack, and that just goes to show like how crazy it is, going to a
Wait, I thought they banned the shift. JP is. I guess they can. There's some loopholes in these things. They shouldn't have made this rule. Silly rule. And that's a strike. It is already an 0-2 count, and the fans, you can see. Oh, Ben, you're getting it tomorrow. You will let me know. Yes, please do let me know. Send me the pictures and everything. Here is the 0-2 pitch, and it's a foul ball. Luis Castillo is looking pretty good so far. He hasn't really pitched much balls. No pun intended. And yes, Ben, have fun tomorrow. I'm going to the game on Saturday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Going for that Julio Rodriguez bobblehead. And here is the 0-2 pitch. It is a fly ball going to center field, towering right down to Julio, who makes the catch. And looks like I got 6 viewers in so far, just 2 more than what it was a few minutes ago. Thank you to you two that are coming in. And my battery for my phone is at 43%. Eek.
I think with me, I'm on 72, but then again, my portable charger's in my pocket.
Check swing. He did go. Strike 1. Kraken are winning. Oh, Kraken are playing. And that's a wild pitch. Andres Jimenez is up to bat for the Indians today. He is fighting a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 2. And it's 2 outs. He can put these guys away. And here's the pitch. It is a fly ball, and it is, could be playable. Here's Suarez. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. There is absolutely no hits. Luis Castillo is perfect so far. And let's play another video that we will be reminiscing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got to do the share screen again. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, so this was the movie, was it, Vlad?
Coming this fall, all of Toronto gathers to watch a simple game of baseball.
Right, that one deep to right field.
On its way.
Actually, Nelson, I wouldn't mind if you just keep talking over it because we got to avoid every bit of copyright possible.
From the
AF
creators
Veteran,
of
bro, why did you not
Shattered
invite me? Sorry,
It's a
man. I
story
gotta
about a
kind
team
of.
brutal
You didn't ask. You didn't tell me.
that failed to realize the true demons.
And thank you for your service, by the way. Yep, got Santana hitting a home run. Cal Raleigh hitting
No
an
matter what
RBI.
you feel, you win.
Yeah, this was the big comeback in Game 2 of the wild card, and Adam Frazier, who is not on the Mariners anymore, but at least he did leave with this. So thank you, Adam, for doing that. Blue Jay.
Only watchable in Canada.
Oh. Oh,
I'm so
man.
glad that happened. And when he made that video, I was like, that's so funny. I like that he's using the Halo music for that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what a comeback that really was.
Oh yeah. That was amazing.
And now the Mariners game is back.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Brett Duncan says, "Why didn't you invite me? Thank you for your service." Actually, Brett, no, because I said someone was coming in the 6th inning, so that wouldn't be fair to him. We've got Cal Raleigh, a.k.a. the Big Dumper, who was known for ending that playoff drought. He hits a very towering pop-up going to left field. He is racing for it. He makes the catch, but he nearly slipped.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Yes, Eugenio Suarez, known as Good Vibes Only. Well, you can spread your good vibes only by actually trying to help win. Not just say good vibes only, show your good vibes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a fly ball, and it is going to hit the wall. Suarez is going to second, and he is standing up for a double.
Yeah.
What a hit by Suarez. We got a man
that's
on
such a good
second
hit.
with one out.
Yeah. Yes.
That is right. We got a man on second base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was going to the warning track.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see this. Oh, what a hit. What a hit.
It was a great hit. Now, who do we got next? Got Jared Kelnick. Now, Jared Kelnick, he has had quite an offseason. He was really working at his game. He did well in spring training, but can that carry over to the regular season? I unfortunately have my doubts, but you just never know. But man, he had a 141 batting average, 7 home runs, and 17 RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. There was a time when I saw him strike out on a 3-0 count against the New York Yankees last year. It was not good.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the 1-1 pitch. And that is a ball. And here's the 2-1 pitch. And Kelnick hits it foul. And it's a 2-2 count for Jared Kelnick. Something tells me that he's probably going to hack the living life out of it because he just wants to be the hero and hit the home run. But here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a good eye. It is a wild pitch, and Suarez gets an easy path all the way to third base. The first run of the season is only 90 feet. Ben, I don't care. I'll name them however I want to name them. I at least said, Guardians. Guardians.
Yeah.
And here is the full count. Here, he's calling time. I mean, Jared Kelnick, he really has to step up, because if he does not step up for this season, it may be over for him, and then it will turn into the Mariners trading away Edwin Diaz for almost nothing. Ben, you really have to do. Okay, Cleveland Guardians. All right, here is the 3-2 pitch. And that is a strikeout. Very close, but he is out. I kind of figured he was going to strike out. The umpire says that it was a strike. The fans disagreed. They are booing as much as they can. And Ben, you're just so adorable. There's a lot of things I like about you. You and your just savage jokes. At least you're honest about it. All right, who we got here? Looks like JP, but I can't tell from... Or it's LaStella. That is a strike. Tommy LaStella, who was brought in as a free agent to provide depth. Batted .239 with 2 home runs last season in 60 games. Played limited. And here is the 0-1 pitch. It is a fly ball, and it looks like it's landing in the dude's glove. And that is the inning.
Dang.
All right, now we're going to go over to the next video. All right, let's do this. Gonna share the screen once again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Let's not embarrass my... Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. and Babe Ruth, they have very similar traits to each other. Babe Ruth was a lefty. You had Ken Griffey Jr. that was also a lefty. You had Babe Ruth played for New York. Ken Griffey Jr.'s daddy played for New York, but he hated him. And Babe Ruth wore a hat cap backwards, and so did Griffey. Is this coincidence? No. I say it's conspiracy. Yeah, I didn't like that commercial, and I don't think Griffey would like that commercial either. I don't think he wants to be associated with any kind of Yankees, because I remember this fan asked him, like, hey, Junior, would you actually play for the Yankees? And this is what he said. If I played for the Yankees, and they were the only team, I'd retire. That's my Griffey impression. I hope I nailed it. I don't think I did. I think I'll leave Ben to be the judge and the jury for that. He is pretty much the jury of this show.
I think that commercial always reminds me of the Nostalgia Critic video where Malcolm was dressed up as that one guy from Turner Classic Movies going, well, it's not like the Turtle Club, you know. He says turtle over and over, and then the guy's like, I still don't get it. He's like, no. He says turtle over and over. And then the guy's like, I still don't get it. And he's like, oh, and he says the F word to him. He's like, oh, no, it was funny, you know. Oh, man, it was such a funny video. And that's the one.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
And that was the Nostalgia Critic video where he was reviewing the movie The Master of Disguise.
What we got here? We've got Ben. If you don't like baseball, why are you here? Well, he doesn't like baseball, but he just wants to chime in. He's a good friend of mine, too. Plays for my fantasy basketball league and football. All right, we got Will Brennan. Oh, right to Castillo, and that's going to be a hit. I just hope that Luis Castillo is okay. It just went right to him. One of the scariest and most intimidating things of baseball is being the pitcher when the ball is coming right at your face.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just showing the replay. Oh, I'm pretty sure the glove blocked it, but I just can't tell. It did not look good.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, J.P. Crawford didn't have the right timing to throw the man out. So we have a man on first, and let's just hope that Luis Castillo's okay. That looked pretty gut-wrenching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that did. I think that did hit him. Oh, yeah, they're just checking him out right now. He definitely got the wind knocked out of him, but let's just hope that he's okay. We cannot afford to lose Luis Castillo, and looks like he is okay. Looks like he will continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, Ben, you couldn't have been right. Good thing he's got that big hair of his, and he's taking some practice pitches as of now.
Mm-hmm.
But this game's really been speeding along because I think if it wasn't for that clock rule, it would probably be like maybe bottom of the second ish.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And I think I can see the countdown too on the root R too, or at least where the R is. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I can definitely see the pitch clock, and it definitely looks really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Mike Zunino's the hitter. I think he got a standing ovation, but yes, Mike Zunino, we still thank you for your time in Seattle. He was a great catcher, just struck out way too much. Now he's part of Cleveland, and it's a ball. But for Mike Zunino, he should be an easy strikeout because I think that's all he does. Is either he hits a home run or he strikes out.
Yeah.
He's got a man on first. He's checking. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Or the 1-0 pitch. Now it's the 2-0 pitch. I just stuttered that. This is why I don't have a real job in play-by-play. I couldn't imagine how stressful that job is. It's already stressful doing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the 2-0 count. It is a swing and a miss. They're showing his career. He has just hit 200 and 146 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
He really tried that. It was a 95 mile an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here is the 2-1 pitch. It is a foul ball, strike two. And when you're at strike two, you better hope that Luis Castillo will strike this man out. Just like what Roger Dorn once said, strike that MF out.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a good scene in that movie.
And here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike three. As expected, no offense, Mike Zunino, he just struck out. I can see why the Mariners didn't pick him up because they didn't want to strike out king of himself. He just responded right away with an amazing strikeout.
Oh yeah.
That's how much toughness Luis Castillo has.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got one out. Sorry, one out, man on first, and it's a foul tip by Miles Straw.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
And here's the other pitch. Oh, foul tip. Luckily it hit the net. But did you know a long time ago, they didn't even have those protective nets back then.
Oh yeah, for sure. They did
I remember when Randy Johnson threw it over the head of John Kruk, there wasn't even a net at the time. And there was this one old man, he just looked really just terrified by it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we've got the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. That's another strikeout for Luis Castillo.
Mm-hmm.
Just a nice four-seamer, just completely just whiffed it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've got two outs.
Oh, yeah.
We're Stephen Kwan. Stephen Kwan's up to bat. Let's see how he does against Luis Castillo, who was out. And that's a strike. Luis Castillo's looking pretty solid today. He gave up, unfortunately, one hit. But other than that, he has been solid.
Mm-hmm.
Castillo is working with 38 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
That means he would be on pace for about 100, around 90 to 100 if he pitches all the way. Which, of course, Scott Service won't do that because he never likes playing his pitchers as much as they can.
Yeah.
I mean, who really does that anymore anyway?
Mm-hmm.
And here is the 0-2 pitch. It's a fly ball to left field. It is going foul. Jared Kelenic really tried to get that. I like the hustle. I do appreciate the hustle out of Jared Kelenic. You got to give it to him. Though he strikes out a lot, he has a great work ethic and a big heart. Just very uptight.
Sure.
He just got to fix what's up here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now we've got Stephen Kwan. It's an 0-2 count. You would hope that's going to be another strikeout. And here is, he is throwing it to first base, and he gets back just in time.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sellout crowd. Yes, Dave Sims just said that.
Oh man.
And here's the 0-2 pitch. It is outside for 1-2. They're looking at Rosario. He is on deck, waiting up for batting. If Stephen Kwan can prolong this inning. Luis Castillo taking his time. He's taking a look at Cal Raleigh. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Luis Castillo's pumping his fist like this. Yeah. Now, it's still 0-0, and we are going to show another thing.
Oh yeah.
This is another nostalgic moment. This was when Game 5 of the American League Division Series. David Bell, he is throwing the man out, and that's when the Mariners came off of a 1-2 deficit. They nearly lost this series. They won Game 4, and they won Game 5 against the Cleveland Indians, only to unfortunately go down against the New York Yankees. And I remember I was in 4th grade when this happened. I had some friends making fun of me for the Mariners losing these games. And then during lunchtime when I was in school, I was taunting the same guys going, we win, you lose, you lose. Too bad. So sad. Did that repeatedly only to see the Yankees just beat the living life out of them. Yeah, they're the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's ALCS. It was still painful. But luckily, hopefully the Mariners can make new memories. But 2001, you think of Kazuhiro Sasaki, Lou Piniello's manager of the year. Brett Boone was blasting out of nowhere. Edgar Martinez was still a part of it. And look at that. You got Juan Gonzalez.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Brian Price was the pitching coach. What a time that was back in 2001. And if only the Mariners were just able to just get to the World Series, but unfortunately they did not.
Yeah.
And they're showing a Julio Rodriguez home run ad, whatever. So anyways, back to 2001. Other things I can remember, it was the fact that they won 116 games. They were the best team in baseball. And now it looks like the game is going to be back on. As you can see, you see that Ferris wheel in Seattle, which I've not wrote on that yet. Now, J.P. Crawford is up to bat. And it's a swing, and it is a base hit to center field. Right center field, that is. That is going to be a base hit.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That is right. It was a nice, solid liner. But we really need J.P. Crawford to step up because he did not have a good year last year.
Yeah. Good job, JP.
He had 24 doubles last year, and now they're showing the Julio squad. And now you got Julio Rodriguez up to bat. He is the leadoff hitter for the Seattle Mariners. And that is a ball. And Julio, in his last time up, it was a 3-2 pitch, and he struck out. It was a not-so-good pitch, but he chased for it.
Yeah.
And that is a foul tip. It's going to be 1-1.
Oh, excuse me.
Yep, I know. It's a very sleepy thing. Right, and here is Julio Rodriguez. It is a still 1-1 pitch. And, oh, it's a fly ball to deep right center field, going to the warning track, and it is caught. It looked really promising. It looked like it gave it the feel that it was going to be a home run. Even his body language thought it was going to be a home run, and Julio's like, yup, well, get him next time.
Yeah. Aw, dang.
I know it was just so close. Not really, but it went at least to the warning track.
Yeah.
And now up to bat, we got Colton Wong. Colton Wong up to bat.
All right. Come on, Colton.
Come on, Colton Wong. See what you've got. Throwing to first, and Crawford gets back on time. In time, they say. They're showing Julio Rodriguez. Couldn't believe it. They're showing the J-Rod squad. I still miss the Kings Court, by the way. And here is the pitch, and it is another foul ball, or it is a foul ball. He had a career-high 15 home runs. Dylan Moore is in Arizona as he continues to rehab from his oblique injury. Taylor Trammell is starting to swing the bat. So we'll have to see in a couple weeks if they recover.
Mm-hmm.
And here's an 0-1 pitch, and it's a ball. It was barely a ball, but that strike zone heavily disagreed.
Mm-hmm.
We are going into the bottom of the third. We are in the bottom of the third.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 1-1 count. And here is the pitch. And it's a ground ball. It looks like, it bounces off and only to throw it to first base. But it advances J.P. Crawford to second base. So it's 2 outs, got a man on second.
Oh,
and if you're a T-Mobile customer, which I am, get your free T-Mobile MLB TV redeem by April 3rd. And unfortunately, T-Mobile did not pay me to say that. So unfortunately, I got ripped off. Now, Ty France up to bat for 2 outs. Let's see if he can make something out of it. And that is a strike. It's an 0-1 count. He is 1 for 1 with a single.
Mm-hmm.
He had 27 doubles last year. Good eye. It is going to be a 1-1 count. And Ty France, it is 1-1. It is bouncing off. And J.P. Crawford was really thinking about going to third base, but he won't go, as the ball just wasn't out of the range enough of Mike Zunino. And it's a 2-1 count.
Mm-hmm.
He has an advantage count of him, of course. And it's a foul ball. It's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Oh, boy. Really got to get something going because Luis Castillo can only do so much.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Bieber with 43 pitches so far.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Ty. Come on, Ty.
And it is a 2-2 pitch for Ty France. Can he get something going? The pitch. And that is all. And Crawford gets a third base. It got on by of Mike Zunino. He could not stop it on time. Now you got a man at third for the second time this game. The Mariners have a man on third base.
Yeah. There you go. There we go.
Went to third base.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great pitch out of that one.
Mm-hmm.
And now here is the 3-2 pitch. And that's, went right to Bieber. And that is out. The side is retired.
Yeah,
you got one man on. And now...
I'm playing it through my Amazon Fire Stick, and I'm watching it online. Yeah, it's free.
Now I'm going to show this Mariners commercial, and I'm going to do it with my own voice.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Last season, Lou Piniella said that I couldn't hit a ball to right field, so I took the bet, but I lost, so I owe him some steak. But this year, we're going with the rack of lamb. Boy, I hope he's hungry. Bash, 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 bash. The 1996 Seattle Mariners. You gotta love these guys. Oh, Junior. So that was when, and fun fact, in 1995, Lou Piniella made a bet with Ken Griffey Jr. that he was not going to hit a home run on the next pitch of batting practice in spring training. Griffey took that bet, but then he lost. So he owed him some steak, but Griffey gave him a big cow. Moo. So, of course, for this commercial, they made it funnier by giving him the rack of lamb.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yep, what a commercial that was. So we're so far in the 1996 commercials. Next one, it will be about reminiscing about the playoffs, and I'm going to get that one set up because might as well get it set up already. But yeah, what a time that was back in 1995. In the beginning of that season, there wasn't even an expectation that the Mariners were going to do much at all. And look at that, they are back, and here we go. They're showing the foul pole. That is, so far, Castillo's pitching a one-hitter, and it is a strike. Got an 0-1 pitch, 43 pitches for Luis Castillo. Ahmed Rosario, and it is a ground ball to J.P. Crawford. He's got to make up for it, and he is throwing him out. Nice play by J.P. Crawford. Barely gets him out. Nice play by J.P.
Oh, nice. There you go. There you go.
But yeah, Luis Castillo is looking good. Now, while they're showing Rick Griffin, who is a cancer survivor, here's how Castillo is doing. 4 strikeouts so far. No earned runs, obviously. And he just keeps pitching strikes. Good for Castillo. He has 45 strikes and 29 balls so far. And that's another strike. We got an 0-2 count for Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo. But Jose Ramirez, my fantasy man. He is getting ready to go. And Jose Ramirez is on my fantasy team, just like Julio Rodriguez is on my fantasy team, and Jared Kelenic. But Jared Kelenic is now on my bench. Here is the 0-2 pitch. That is a ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it is a foul ball. Just testing my volume right now. Got Jose Ramirez, and here is the 1-2 pitch. It is way outside for ball 2. Camera's showing Terry Francona, longtime manager for the Boston Red Sox. Helped them break that curse in 2004. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Foul once again. Man, I need some water. This is work.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
And here it is. The 2-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball. Guardians were 92-7. Indians. And here is the 2-2 pitch. It is another foul ball. My fantasy man, Ramirez, is completely fighting this off as the best he possibly can. Here's Castillo, 2-2. Ball 3. We got a full count, 3-2. Here's Castillo, full count pitch, and it's a swing, and it is going right to Teoscar Hernandez. Wait, Ben says the pros do vocal warm-ups before shows. Otherwise, they would sound like Dr. Girlfriend by June. Oh, yeah. Well, good thing that I don't do this for every single day. I'd go totally insane. Yeah. And it's a ground ball to Colton Wong. And another easy 1-2-3. Now, let's get into the reminisce of the ALCS Game when the Mariners completely trashed the Yankees for that one win, which was actually their last win ALCS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hasn't shown yet. Whoopsie. Share. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this was when the Mariners were down 0-2, and Lou Piniella said that they guaranteed that they'd be back for Game 6.
Oh man.
And here's Alfonso Soriano hitting, and Stan Javier makes the catch. It was a Yankees were up 2-0 in this game. And then we got the bases loaded. Actually, let Linda Cohn of ESPN do the talking.
During the regular season, no RBIs in the postseason until this. Chuck Knobloch up, came loose. 2 runs will score. Take another look. Yankee fans were wishing this was football because then the ground could cause a fumble and then the catch would count. Top of the 6th, we're tied at 2, and then the M's bats wake up. And one of those bats that had been asleep comes alive. Oh, John Olerud off of El Duque. Olerud's first home run of the postseason, 3-2 Mariners. Their first lead in the series. El Duque came in, 9-1 in the postseason in his career. Then a Stan Javier passed a dive to Derek Jeter. And then after the single by Javier, Mike Cameron would walk. A more patient Mariner lineup this time around. El Duque upset. Mike Stanton is in.
Uh-oh, they're about to show, the game's about to go back on.
Big mental error by a member of the Yankees. We just don't
Yeah,
see this.
well,
We did
I'll
on
update
this
either
game.
way on
Javier
play-by-play while they show the
scored.
screen.
After a David Bell
Yeah.
fly-up, Stanton intentionally walks Ichiro to load the bases.
Bullpen had a
We were talking about Mariners bats
207
waking up. Here's
opponent batting average.
in the
I still think they were
gap.
overrated.
Bases clearing triple, and the Mariners would break it open.
It is now bottom of the 4th. Teoscar Hernandez is up to bat. And it is a strike.
Yeah, the guy you never thought you'd see, Mark Wohlers. The first batter Wohlers would face would be Brett Boone. The confidence is back.
Brett Boone with that bat flip never gets old.
Dead center field yet.
Hey Nelson, when I'm playing, oh, so is it lagging?
Oh, you mean on your end?
Yeah, or on your end?
14-3.
Well, I mean, I know when I'm watching the game, I know it's a little bit slower just because I'm watching it like online and all that jazz, so I think that's why you're probably seeing me have like late reactions to like some plays that happen, I think,
All right.
and
Well, how about when my YouTube videos are playing?
probably not so much.
Okay, that's good. Just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Got Cal Raleigh up to bat. The big dumper. He bats 5th in the order. He is the catcher for the Seattle Mariners.
Oh yeah.
And that is a ball.
Mhm.
They're doing that little slight shift.
Mhm.
So it's not like, so that rule change was basically pointless because they're still kind of shifting anyway.
Yeah.
And off the foot, and that's got to be a base hit. And Cal Raleigh gets in. Another ricochet job. That's a second ricochet today. Went off of Castillo, now went off of Bieber. So I guess everyone's even, unfortunately.
Oh man. Oh snap.
That must have hurt. Ooh, he hit right off of his foot.
Dang.
And by the way, Nelson, how's my voice sound? Does it sound like very clear?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Like, does it sound like it's coming from the microphone? Or does it sound like it's coming from the air of my phone?
I think for the most part, like you sound pretty clear, like I can hear you and all that jazz, and I don't know about the microphone part, but I could hear you just fine.
All right, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think after this inning, I'm going to take off my microphone and charge my phone because right now it is at 36%. Eek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
May
hear
switch
you,
to
man.
my laptop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's Eugenio Suarez. Good vibes only. Even though I really don't believe in good vibes only one bit.
I don't believe
And that
it
is a foul tip. All vibes matter. Sorry, Gino.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here is the 0-1 pitch to Gino.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a ground ball, and it's going to be a double play, and the inning is already over. Time to get to the Mariners commercials again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
After a word from this message.
Mm-hmm.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Good friend of mine just promoting his business. And now let's go over to the Mariners commercials.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you some of these pictures, and then you're going to tell me what you see. I see Ken Griffey Jr. hitting my fastball to the right field seats. And what about this one? Griffey ripping my curve for a double. And what about this? Griffey, you just can't get me out of your head, can you? The 97 Mariners. You gotta love these guys. What a time that was.
Oh, yeah.
In 1997. That's how good Griffey was. And they decided to make a commercial. Wow, I'm glad I fit 2 commercials in there. I fit my friend's business. Yes, that is Modern Exterior Solutions. So you saw that ad. Yeah, if you want to get your home some nice paint jobs, help with some siding or windows, go ahead and call them up. And I'm sure also I'll show that commercial again on a bullpen break.
Mm-hmm.
So far, it's a 0-0 game.
Mm-hmm.
You got Luis Castillo with 4 strikeouts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already an 0-2 count. And it's really exciting when it's an 0-2 count, when it happens already.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm seriously going to take off my microphone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See. Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. There you go. 0-2. There you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, 1-2. Okay.
And another elevated fastball, 96 miles an hour. That was a
All right, Nelson, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you, Joe.
Okay, great.
So the Luis is kind of guy. He knows his game so well. You know, Cal and Burke, you put that signs, discount, whatever, he's going to deal. That's what he's doing.
Here is the pitch. And then, right through Castillo, but goes to Crossford, and it's a out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another 1, 2, 3. Now let's share the screen again.
Oh yeah.
Whether you're on the field or filing your taxes, we all want to win. So let TaxAct All-Star Guidance help you store your maximum refund guaranteed. File for less and get more.
Racing
Ooh.
for Friday the
It's why we build a touchdown.
Stadium we go. There is Nagel, an ERA of over 15 his last 2 starts.
This was the 2000 ALCS.
Like Zach Henderson, the all-time leading base stealer, gets embarrassed. Does he go? Does he stay? What? Henderson ended up with a twisted right ankle, but he would stay in the game. No score, top of the second.
Oh man.
Nagel facing David Bell. Buddy's son pops it up. Derek Jeter, styling as usual. Sorry, folks.
Oh man, the captain himself. Oh
man. Garcia in trouble. 2 runners on. Scott Brocious. Up the middle, Garcia gets a glove on it. Mark McLemore stays with it. Turns the nice 4-6-3 double play. Bottom 4, Jeter. Facing Garcia. Jeter fouls it off. Look out. Hits Paul O'Neill, who was just hanging out in the on-deck circle. O'Neill would be fine. He'd stay in. Of course, top of the 5th, Mark McLemore, who had doubled for the first hit by the Mariners off the Nagel, and then Ricky Henderson, not embarrassed this time, finds a hole. McLemore got a great jump. The throw by O'Neill, not in time. I'll tell you, remember the A's ran on O'Neill's arm? The Mariners decided to do the same thing, and McLemore gets that great jump and scores to give the Mariners a 1-0 lead. Top 6, Alex Rodriguez. Wow. Second career postseason home run. He's hitting .474 with 4 homers in 5 games at Yankee Stadium this year. Is A-Rod 2-0. Bottom 6 now. Chuck Knobloch at second. Chuck had 2 hits in this game. Jeter off. Garcia walked after being ahead in the count 0-2. Lou Piniella comes out. Yes, the Arthur Rhodes ready, but he leaves Garcia in. Your next batter is O'Neill. Piniella pushes the right button. Garcia gets him with a breaking ball, and then Garcia. 8 Ks in 6 2/3, getting Bernie right there. Next batter, David Justice. Third among active players in postseason home runs. Mike Cameron is there. He says, "That's nice, but I'll make the catch." A-Rod so pumped up about Freddie Garcia. Garcia went 6 2/3, just 3 hits allowed. 0
Kelnick's up to bat, and it's a 1-2 count. And they're still showing that Mariners ALCS highlight. It was game 1 of 2000. Still going to run it until it is over.
Joe Torre calls back O'Neill. Pinch hits for him with Glenn Allen Hill. Uh-oh.
And, oh, it's a base hit. It's a first hit for Jared Kelnick. He is batting 500. Nice hit by Jared Kelnick. He just completely just ripped it.
Yeah.
Jared Kelnick, my favorite player throughout this rebuilding process.
Jorge Posada. He's 2 for 3 lifetime against Sasaki with 2 homers. Fly ball, but Raul Ibanez makes the catch. But in the postseason, Jr. in center. But for him, it did not work out the way he wanted.
Oh, that was a good swing.
Pitch, Soho. Fly ball.
It's a strike 1 for Tommy La Stella.
Who replaced Ken center. Puts an end to this game.
And of course, we are back.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going, and Kelnick is safe. What a stolen base by Jared Kelnick, his first of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Jared Kelnick actually has speed, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 1-1 count.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, thank you for saying the great show. I hope you really mean it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was cool to have Mike on.
It is a 1-2 count over to Tommy La Stella. And it's a ground ball, but it will advance the runner. Got a man on third again, with this time just 1 out. So let's see if the Mariners can actually capitalize on this. Tommy La Stella, great job advancing the runners. Sometimes I feel the Mariners should be bunting. They don't really bunt this much.
Oh yeah.
J.P. Crawford up to bat. He had a nice little single last time around.
Oh yeah.
He is the 9th batter in this order. Here is the pitch, and that is a strike.
Mm-hmm.
And here's J.P. Crawford. Could he pull this off? Here's the pitch. Good eye. It was up and in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're wondering what the next show is going to be on the next commercial break, I think you might like this one. I don't know. But here is the 1-1 count over to J.P. Crawford. That is ball 2. Ball 2. That is a 2-1 count for J.P. Crawford. He is ahead of the count. Bieber, he has 64 pitches. And look at that beautiful view. Nobody's in the bullpen so far for the Mariners. Bottom of the 5th. Here is JP. And it's ball 3. 3-1 count. Let's see if the Mariners can take advantage of this. Let's get JP Crawford to first base. Let's take that walk if possible.
Oh yeah.
All right, here it is. JP, he's working the count with 3-1. The pitch. And that was a swing and a miss. Yep, he really wanted that one. It was going to be a strike anyway. Yep, that was a nice little breaking ball there, right by Bieber. And the time is called. Shane Bieber, 23 quality starts last season. He is 5th in the Major League Baseball for that. And here is the 3-2 count over to Shane, or from Shane. And it's a ground ball. Could that score the run? No, it's not going to score. Jared Kelnick could not go anywhere. Find ourselves at 2 outs once again, but we got Julio Rodriguez up to bat, the J-Rod show. Let's see if he can make something out of this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here is Julio Rodriguez. He is up to bat. Can he make it happen? It is a... Oh! Almost went by him, but Zunino caught it just in time. Julio Rodriguez, he is 0 for 2. He had a strikeout and a flyout that looked like it was going to be a home run somewhat. But it did not happen. Here is the 1-0 count. And Crawford, he's a fly ball, and that is out. Nope. Time to go to the commercials again. The Mariners once again leave a man on base once again. But now it's time for another Mariners commercial entertainment. Yeah, that's quite a punishment to have, isn't it? Where yeah, don't be breaking the rules under Jay Buhner, otherwise you end up with the brush. Another fun fact: Alex Rodriguez in his rookie year or year of 1996, he showed up to practice late, and Jay Buhner was not happy. First thing he sees, A-Rod has 3 bags of tacos, and Jay Buhner's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" A-Rod's like, "No, I'm just hungry. That's why I'm late." "Yeah, here, come here. Give me those." So Jay Buhner took all those 3 bags, he tossed them up and smashed all of them, and he goes, "Now go pick that up."
Oh man.
Jay Buhner, quite the emotional leader, and I guess he does the same thing to David Segui.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man. Don't be sitting on a manager's seat.
Yeah.
Too bad David Segui didn't have a attorney for him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We got Castillo. It was lowest ERA since August 1st, and he was ranked number 6, just behind Brady Singer, Shohei Ohtani, Spencer Strider, Justin Verlander, and Sandy. Yes, Ben, he is not known for his kindness, but hey, I'll take a leader over someone that's kind and could be patronizing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Will Brennan, who nearly took out Luis Castillo's face, and that is a ball. He's down to 93 miles an hour. I think he's losing maybe a little zip on that fastball. It was at 95, but now it's at 93. And that's a foul ball. It is a 1-1 count. And here is the pitch, 1-1. It's a strike 2. It's at 94, so maybe he's not losing that much zip as much as I would think, but something to pay attention to, because once the speed goes down, Scott Service may knee-jerk and put him on the bullpen. And, yep, he's getting a little tired. But that was a bit off. And here's the 2-2 pitch from Castillo. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Oh, man.
That is number 6 for Luis Castillo. Let me fact check that. Yep, it was number 6. And it's a 6th inning. And if you're wondering, we've got possibly a couple guests coming on eventually. Because we need as much of a party as we possibly can.
For sure, for sure.
Inviting a couple friends over.
All right, awesome. Good stuff.
And that is a pop-up. It's going straight down to Cal Raleigh. He catches it. He almost kind of dropped it. 2 outs already for the Mariners. So far, it is a 1-hitter. It's going pretty well for Luis Castillo. La Piedra. 11 consecutive. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Do you know how to say 11 consecutive?
Let's see.
Well, while you think about that, we got Stephen Kwan up to bat. Here's the pitch. He's going for a bunt. He throws it back just in time for a ball.
Actually, yeah, you're right. On says 11, actually.
Yep, it is.
I even had to count it in my head. Yeah.
And that is a strike. It is a 1-1 count. And Nelson, I think I remember we made a joke saying that we were going to do something like this. And look, here we are doing a live show about the Mariners.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a swing and a miss. And 88, that is strike 2. It looks like there's a chance. It's a 1-2 count with no out, or 2 outs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that's a fly ball and foul. Goes into the stands. And no one caught it. And if you're wondering about the Ducks and Kraken, Ducks are still up, or Kraken are up 2-0. Second period, 5 minutes left. And here is the 1-2 pitch. And it's a fly ball going right down to Julio. And that is it. And I've got to show this commercial once again.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And now we are going to show Game 3, where Carlos Guillen in the 2000 playoffs hit the bunt.
Oh man! Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That was when the Mariners swept the Chicago White Sox in the 2000 American League Division Series. Carlos Guillen with that amazing bunt, bringing in Ricky Henderson. And there was a fun fact on this. My father had 2 tickets to that game. He was going to take me to it, but my mother overrided because it was during school, and my mom's like, no, you got to go to school.
Oh man!
So I couldn't go, but my father ended up taking my grandfather instead, and actually I'm glad that it went that way in retrospect. And it didn't really matter because no one was really focused at school because it was all about the Mariners Game 3.
Oh yeah!
And look what little we know. Carlos Guillen hits a game-winning bunt, goes to the playoffs of the ALCS, but then loses to the Yankees. Who we got here? Colton Wong is up, and it is a strike, and this offense really needs to get going because I was saying how much this offense is actually good, but they're just not hitting anything. There is talent on this offense. Oh, some wild pitch. Uh-oh, we got Matt Brash getting loose in the bullpen. Not looking forward to that.
And hopefully,
and it's a swing and a miss.
And hopefully, he has improved during spring training, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But let's try to get some runs in so we don't have to worry about that at all.
Yeah, good point.
And it's a foul ball. It's going to be a 1-2 count. And this live stream is approaching 2 hours. I repeat, 2 hours. And it is a 1-2 count to Colton Wong. It was kind of a check swing. Not really. But he didn't go through.
Yeah.
Steven Smith. Can't see the game. What player looks the best right now? It is by far Luis Castillo. He has 6 strikeouts, gave up no runs, only gave up 1 hit, only because it ricocheted off of him. If only he had a Neo type reaction from the Matrix, it would be a perfect game so far, by far. But it's too bad. But at least his life was saved by his hair.
Oh, yeah.
And here is the 3-2 count. And it's foul. He is fighting it off. And here is the full count pitch. And that is caught by the first baseman. What position player besides the pitcher looks the best? Asks by Steven. Whew. No one's really stood out.
Yeah.
No one. I'm sorry, man. Like, maybe JP Crawford because he's making the most plays and hit a single. Jared Kelnick hit a nice single. So basically, I'm going to say no one. Ty France up to bat. I'm going to say Jared Kelnick for today because Jared Kelnick hit a nice single and hustled and stole a base. He got technically 2 stolen bases out of it, unless if wild pitches count as stolen base. Ty France, it is a ball. It is a 1-1 count. And by the way, if you are watching this, you really don't want to miss what's next on the next commercial break. You really don't want to miss. And you're welcome, Steven. And, oh, that's a fly ball, and it's still going. It is off the wall. And Ty France, he's going to second base, and he's out. Oh, he's safe. Ty France barely escaped the tag. He is now at second base with a double. It hit just at the top of the wall. It really looked like Ty France was going to be thrown out, but fortunately, he's in at second base with a 1-out double. He was just blasting it. It looked like it may have been a home run. just hit the top of that little line, yellow line.
For sure.
And Ty France was safe. Didn't even touch him. I was thinking there was going to be a review for this, but didn't happen. Now, hitting-wise, Steven, I'm going to say Ty France is doing the best right now. And I got Teoscar Hernandez. Man, I really felt that he was like, I just want to hit the living life out of this ball. Oh, boy. It's an 0-1 count. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. What do they got? Oh, you really had to chase that Teoscar Hernandez? That was just, not good. Hey, Nelson, is there a way? Oh, wait, never mind. You can't, mute anything. Never mind. But it is an 0-2 count. And here is the pitch. Good eye. I really thought he was going to swing at that. Got Ty France at second base. Teoscar Hernandez got that nice jewelry around his neck. 1-2 count. Bieber working with 83 pitches. And here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball. This will advance Ty France to third base. But once again, you have 2 outs with a man on third base. So I'm not feeling too good about this one at all.
Yeah.
Got Cal Raleigh up to bat. Can he just drive in anything? You can just hit it in the gap. You can score in Ty France for hitting a double. So let's see how this goes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. There's a ball. Good eye by Cal Raleigh. He is 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. And Cal Raleigh, I would hope that we're no longer reflecting on 2022 because we are on 2023. And here is Cal Raleigh with a 1-0 count. It is now a 1-1 count. Got Steven warming up in the bullpen, just like we got Matt Brash warming up in the bullpen. Here is Cal Raleigh once again, 1-1, and that's a pop-up. He knew it. It's going in his glove, only a matter of time. And let's go to immediately the commercial I've been looking forward to. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon. Thank you, everyone. A new ballpark needs an exciting new mascot.
Oh,
yep,
man.
That was the Moose. Imagine if he was replaced by Lenny the Latte. Howard Schultz would have loved that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yep. And I got to take a bathroom break. And until then, please enjoy.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Wow, just in time. The amount of time I was at the bathroom, I actually beat the commercial.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Now I'm just waiting on a couple of my friends that are to be joining the show.
Oh, nice.
They will be joining us in just a moment. But out of all the commercials that I've impersonated, which one is your most favorite?
Ooh, I think the one that really makes me laugh is probably the one that's like the conspiracy one. Yeah, just because it just
Coincidence? I'd say conspiracy.
Oh man. And then of course this other Mariners commercial. I know you haven't shown this one yet, but the Big Richie one, that's always a personal favorite. Yeah, that one's always funny. And then of course you have Lenny the Latte, and that's pretty funny too. And then let's see.
Oh, he pitched it way outside. Oh, by the way, if you haven't noticed, Matt Brash is now. And oh, look, we got that. We got the Ben Griffin. Oh, the voice.
Finally, I can stop yelling
and
at you
it's a
over
strikeout. And by the way, this is where I'm having a little rant by going, you shouldn't have pulled out Castillo. Let him keep pitching. He still has the hot hand. Don't let the bullpen mess it up. That's what I'm waiting for.
Man. It's game 1.
But you want to start it off 1-0, and then after that, yeah, whatever.
He's got to go get that head looked at after he got beamed in the dreads. Dude, his hair just saved his bacon. I'm not kidding.
Saved his life, arguably.
That was prime.
It was prime. Now we're waiting on this other guy named Brett. He's supposed to be here too.
Yeah.
But luckily we've got Ben. And if you guys are wondering who Ben is, our very special guest, he was a friend of mine since 2nd grade, but it was mostly of him making fun of me the entire time, and it took me this long to realize he was just joking the entire time.
I mean, no, here's the thing. I mean, yeah, but the deal is we were both very pick-onable, and it was a very two-way street. I just had better jokes, so your feelings got more hurt.
Yep, I'm still the same sensitive you know what.
That's all right.
Still working on it.
Friends.
Still working on it. Still working on trying to catch it, but yeah, still not there yet. But it was a time. And we were also softball teammates in middle school.
Oh, nice.
That's true. I forgot about that. We were the only two on the field who actually knew how to play softball.
Yeah, everyone else were like meh at best.
You know, I did that last or 2 summers ago. I played softball in a team, and it was the same experience where it was like 7 people out of 9 on the field knew what to do and where to be.
Yeah, the softball league I play in is in Tacoma, where basically everyone knows how to play it, and I'm pretty much the middle of the pack, just like everyone else. Which I do like, which means there's more competition in the game. I've been in teams where I'm like the best player.
I have to pause real quick because I got to figure out where are you at in this broadcast, because I know that our feeds were off before, and I want to know if you just saw Homeboy swing and miss and fall over on home plate.
Oh, it's 2 outs right now, and Jose Ramirez just fell on his
Ramirez
butt.
up to bat.
Are you watching it up here? You got it on this TV?
I do, yeah.
Did you just move it from your phone onto the TV? Downstairs?
No, not exactly. I'm just watching it online, actually.
Online?
Yeah.
On like one of the channels?
On the internet, actually. Like, there's a way like you can watch the games like for free, like through the streaming links. And
You know way more than I do.
Uh-huh.
Can you teach me?
I think I'll teach you at some
You
point.
gotta come visit me. Teach me at my house so I can watch at my house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Josh Bell up to bat. Brash so far has 12 pitches. Is a 2-0 count. Is 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Matt Brash is looking good, and I am the biggest critic of the bullpen. I just am, probably because I have trauma from game 1. And that's a base hit. Second hit of the game. This is where my heart starts to boil just a little bit.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. And your siblings are getting on a plane.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to the game tomorrow. That's going to be the Robbie Ray. You're going to get that bag. You got to let me know how that is. I'm pretty sure it's one of those bags they'll even let you bring in.
Yeah, it might be okay because it's a giveaway, I don't know if they'll let you do it in the future. I know it's harder to sneak vodka into the stadium if you get the bag after you're already inside the gate. So I don't think they'll have to worry about that tomorrow. But, you know, who knows? I used to work gate security there. There were a lot of incredibly creative people and a lot of people who thought they were incredibly creative. That came through that gate.
I would really hate that job. Except,
it was great.
Oh, you liked it because you
my
get like
favorite job I ever got fired from.
Oh.
And if you ask everybody I worked with, there is still no real good explanation as to why I was fired. And my buddy at the same time was promoted to field security. No, we still can't figure that one out. But it was one of the better times that my work ethic had been described as, quote, wildly unprofessional. So that was cool. And so now I'm a teacher. I have kids in my classroom now.
You've came a long way. And look at that. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. Shall we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game right now? Let's just do it.
Sure,
3,
I'll try,
2, 1. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. They don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
All right, we're better
And
than
now-
that Donald Trump prison choir. That's for sure.
My God. You just had to, yep, but it's all right. All right, we're going to share the screen. We're going to show a highlight of the 1997 Mariners, Game 3, when they were down 0-2. Jeff Becerra was your starter, and oh, look at that. He was like, where's the ball? And he threw him out. If I was about at least 10 years old, Jeff Becerra would have been my favorite pitcher other than Randy Johnson. Cal Ripken going, bye-bye.
I liked him when I was 6 because his name was fun to say.
Jeff Becerra, it was super catchy.
Although I am a little bit offended that we're watching this highlight reel right now and not listening to Louie Louie, as tradition should still be. I'm really mad. I'm really mad they changed that, man. They changed the song. It always used to be after the 7th inning stretch. They would play the Kingsman. They would play Louie Louie, and they changed it to some Macklemore nonsense a couple of years ago. And my feelings are still hurt.
My feelings are hurt they don't use the Mariners theme for the starting lineup. There's a lot of things they messed up on.
Well, okay, but to be fair, that theme was like about as 80s, 90s as it possibly gets. Like
90s were the time.
An update. You can update the song, that's fine. But like
The tradition.
man, everybody knows Louie Louie because of that. And now all these kids in my class don't know what that song is anymore, and that's really the issue I'm getting at.
Louie Louie was so legendary. I remember at Cascade Ridge, that was our goodbye musical for our musical. That's how big Louie Louie was.
Well, yeah, for our parents. In elementary school, you're really just performing the things that the adults really wanted you to see from their eyes. But yeah, I mean, it was a good song. It was a banger, certified banger.
Got Gino Suarez. Oh, and by the way, in that 97 playoff, Slocum nearly blew a 4-0 lead in this game. Jeff Becerra was like, oh, man, Lou, why did you have to take me out? I think there was a time when Jamie Moyer was going to get taken out by Lou, and Lou was like, no, I got this. And Lou actually went back to his seat. And then the Mariners would lose the next game.
I go back and forth. I really miss Lou. I miss having him as a manager, but I also really like him in the new commercials that he's been in, where he's at the Shea Nursing Home or whatever the hell it is. Those commercials have been like really keeping me going, and I think he's better served there right now. But there are some games where I just feel like, I miss the times when he would lock the door and say the press isn't allowed in here because it's not safe. Like he would throw chairs and bang on stuff and smoke a pack of Marlboros. He was an absolute G when it came down to discipline and the behavior that he was seeing on the field. But I also understand that there were a lot of people that played for him that didn't appreciate that as much. So, different styles, right?
Yeah, it's the same example of Bobby Knight. Like the way he did it back in like 70s, 80s, and even 90s, it was actually a normal thing. And then once it hit to 2000s, they're like, nope, we don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish that we had the manager from Major League. What was his name?
Lou Brown.
Yes.
Lou Brown or Jake Taylor. Every time you hit one in the air, you owe me 20 push-ups. No problem. Oh, I just hit a pop-up. I owe 20 push-ups. Jared Kelnick's up to bat 1 for 2. He's batting 500, career high, with a stolen base. And he just completely towers at pop-up, but luckily out of play. And also our fourth guest is not going to be here, but that's okay. He has other priorities. We have 3. This was exceeding my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1-2 count. It's kind of predictable that Jared would strike out, unfortunately, because that's what he's known for. And here's the pitch. Ball. I think 2021 Jared Kelnick would have totally hacked at that one.
Mm-hmm.
He's came a long way, sort of, at least from what we've seen in spring training. He hit around the 350s. On base percentage is pretty good, but he still struck out 13 times with just 3 walks. So still got work to do. But as long as he can hit anywhere in 200s, I'll take it. As long as it includes around 20 home runs. 2-2 pitch. Ball 3-2. If he gets a walk, I will more than take it, because that will up his on base percentage. Because he didn't even break 200 on that one. Here is the 3-2 pitch, full count. And it is hitting a fly. He's still running and caught. Remember Major League? Fly ball. Caught.
That part was so funny.
Yeah, because Harry Doyle or Bob Eckler, I don't even know how to say his name. I can't say it. He was drunk because the Cleveland Guardians were bad.
Oh, that was funny.
So already 2 outs. Got Tommy La Stella up to bat.
Mm-hmm.
And this inning is over. And you're about to see me impersonating another Mariners commercial. Stand by.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is going to possibly be the last commercial of the day, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually my most favorite commercial of all time, where Moose and Jamie Moyer were roommates, and of course, Moose has a little bit of a party. I wonder what went on.
I mean, that's so. That was pre-hangover too, so we can't even infer. But I also I remember watching that commercial as a kid and thinking wow, Jamie Moyer's so old, and he's got that goatee and everything. And now I'm watching that, I'm like, Jamie Moyer's probably 2 years younger than me in that commercial, and that just stung a little bit.
I think that's
just gentle reminders all the time that the world no longer belongs to us.
Ran away from us so quickly. It was as if it was yesterday. We were standing in the bus stop, and people threw my backpack, so I ended up in the back of the line because I wanted to be first in line. I was that kid that wanted to sit in the front of the bus, front of class, and I guess front of the bus line. What commercial are they showing now?
Yeah, I like how you were you start that with being the victim there, and then you end it with also I cut everybody and always wanted to be first. You're not tying A and
The
B
classic. That's what, if you've seen Karate Kid, that's what you call the Daniel LaRusso. He provokes something and he goes, "Oh, he's the bully." No, you were the real bully. There's a.
Oh, I see it every day. I didn't do nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have eyes. Please lie straight to my face. That's what kids do all the time. The best part is they're really bad at lying. It's literally like all it is.
Yeah.
And eventually they find out that it's not worth it, hopefully.
Oh, who we got here? Oh, please don't tell me he's shuffling bullpen. He shuffled the bullpen. He does that.
Oh, jeez.
Keeps burning through the bullpen.
Oh,
Next thing you know, he'll have nothing left. Strike one.
It's Paul Sewald. Relax.
I mean, I just don't
He's
like
my
it when
guy.
Scott Serv. Yeah, he's my fantasy guy.
That is. I hope you're talking about the sport.
No, fantasy baseball.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Paul Sewald, fantasy guy.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're trying to do.
I mean, he's handsome. I wouldn't put it past you. But I do love Paul Sewald. I was really sad when he got the short end of the stick last year in the playoffs there. I was happy to see when he came back and pitched in that third game that he did fine. He wasn't the one.
I will say that
if he gave up that dinger, I was like, dude, you got to have someone stay up with him, at the hotel or wherever he is. Like, you can't be sending him out by himself if he gives up both games. Like,
I remember when I saw that, it was just a base hit by Pena, and then Scott Servais panicked and go, Robbie Ray, because lefties, whatever. But if you actually looked at it, Yordan Alvarez completely trashes Robbie Ray. Trashes that Mariners team to begin with.
I mean, yeah, in retrospect, and before that series, I had never heard anybody say Yordan Alvarez's name in any sort of like pomp. Like, it has everything to do with how he did in the playoffs when it mattered, but like it could have been anybody. And also Robbie Ray, for as shaky as he was last year, he was dealing with an injury the whole time. And no matter like how badly you want to like say that like you should be able to play through it if he can still play, people hide injuries in the bigs all the time that are worse than they really are, and they try not to let it affect them. But at the same time, like, you're talking about like the top 0.1% of ball players, and you're talking about like one or two bad pitches, and that's the difference in an entire series. So it's hard to pin the blame directly on Robbie Ray.
No,
I
I felt bad
Mariners
for
fans were
Robbie
just
that
extremely mad.
No, I felt bad that he was even put in that position. I will say that he shouldn't have not been in that position.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, what about the other 6 runs that were given up in that game? Like, that was absolutely embarrassing. And
they shouldn't have given up such a lead like that. And the worst part was they were trashing Justin Verlander, and he usually is the Mariner killer.
Yeah.
And now he's injured in the IL.
Speaking
2
of
outs
Mitch
already.
Haniger, poor guy. I'm glad we got rid of him because he was a liability, but I'm kind of disappointed because I really wanted to see him flourish somewhere.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
like, dude's made
We
it
all loved the guy,
last.
but we all accepted that it was time. We just couldn't handle another splitting time with him.
Well, I mean, you got to watch the Hawks all season. Like, Jamal Adams talking a bunch of smack and gets a season ender in the first game. It's like, oh, okay. Like, at least in baseball, you feel like that doesn't happen as often. But, like, I think, coming into this game today anyway, I thought the Mariners were going to come out and just start either striking out hella or just pounding them out of the park. And to see the 0-0 in the 8th right now is really surprising.
Oof.
But, I mean, it's moving along quicker. I'll give them that. Like,
It is. That pitch clock will do it. Makes a huge difference. Mike Zunino, that should be a strikeout because he's the strikeout king. 1-2 pitch to Mike Zunino. And that should do it. It's a pop-up. But it's kind of
something happened in
blooping.
my feed, and I skipped ahead of you again. We're good.
Woo! All right, now we got to show another Mariners highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you're keeping it fresh with the stuff from 97. 95, excuse me.
That was when Jay Buhner hit 2 home runs. It was Game 3, 95 ALCS. It was a 1-1 series.
I
And
want
this
to
was
mention
going to
that curveball he just hit was unreal. Cleveland pitching staff back then had some unbelievable pitches, but that was like, if you didn't know that was going to be a curveball, there's no way you're putting that yard.
It was led by Oral Hershiser, Dennis Martinez, Charles Nagy. That was a pretty good group.
Pretty
And
racist
also-
hats, though, I'm not going to lie.
And also Harry Doyle, actor or the voice. His name is Bob. I just don't know how to say his last name. But
Bob
funny thing
Uecker.
was he was the color commentator for this game. So he was play-by-play for the Cleveland Indians in Major League and also does color for this game. Oh, and this is the second home run that Buhner hit. And this was actually a big one because Buhner actually had an error where he let a ball go over his head. Common mistake amateur outfielders like me would make, or softball players, which tied the game, ruined Randy Johnson's complete game, but then he redeemed himself going into extra innings, and the Mariners won that game, only to see the Cleveland team completely win the rest of the series. So that was pretty.
That was a heartbreaker.
It was a heartbreaker, but at least at the time there was so much hope with that team, and if they just kept that team together.
Wait, but then you remember what happened after that for 20-something years, right? Like, we were dog poop.
Yeah, well, at least after 2001.
I mean, yeah, but you were like, well, at least back then we had hope. Like, that doesn't make it better now. Like, I mean, I'm glad that we have hope again. This has been fun, but like, I'm old now. I could never make the squad now. I thought there'd be another shot, get inspired somewhere in there, but nope. From the time I was 10 until I was 31, we didn't see.
We saw
any
nothing.
Sort of postseason.
The only notable moments we saw was just Ichiro, Richie Sexton get into a random fight. Yep, that was it. There was like almost no memories.
Do you remember that? Richie Sexton was a goon.
I actually liked him. I still say that was a good signing. That was
Oh, he
not
was
a bad
good.
signing.
He was good. He was just like 6'7" or 6'8". He was
He's a big dude.
Yeah, you just look. When I see a baseball player that big, I'm like, man, no other sports would take you, huh? Like, couldn't get rebounds, like couldn't handle a tackle or something. I don't know, but
You just hit a
it was
ball.
it's like seeing Julio in a baseball outfit. You're like, this guy is enormous. Like, why are you playing this sport? It's so OP. It's like I could be mediocre at football, but instead I'm just going to dominate center field.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's better to do it that way than like Michael Jordan and be like, oh, I'm going to try playing baseball. And like,
Yeah, in the minor leagues.
yeah, he was not. He was not
Oh, we got a clock violation.
Ooh.
That's got to be an automatic ball. Got to pitch that. Now there's going to be a statistic for
Yeah, it'll be a pitch
clock violation.
batter order
PCV.
ball. Yeah,
Oh,
airmail.
a little bit wild. It's a 2-2 count. Fans are really getting loud.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's standing up. Everyone's on their feet. Speak up. I can't wait for the game on Saturday, even though it's going to be extremely crowded. I have no idea if I'm going to even get that bobblehead. It's going to be the Julio bobblehead night. And there is the 2-2 pitch. And yes, AF veteran, you have a good point. He is wearing that Ricky Vaughn jersey because Ricky Vaughn was number 99, known as the Wild Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You make my heart sing. Here is a 2-2 count for the JP. Ball 3. 3-2 count. Julio is on deck. I like that. Ben, what do you think of that All-Star Game insignia while we see this pitch? 3-2 count. Foul ball. So it's going to keep on going. I mean, I don't think it will beat the original All-Star logo, though. And it's a full count. 3-2. Foul tip, I figured.
Yeah, he got away with one there though. Catcher dropped that.
He did.
Are they? What's happening now? Why is Francona upset?
Maybe they're trying to plead that it was a strikeout.
He dropped the ball. It went off his bat, and he dropped the ball.
That's what I'm thinking. I saw it make contact.
And even if he didn't go off his bat, the first base or the third base umpire said he didn't go around. So like that argument goes out the window. I don't know. Francona's wasting my time here. What's going on? Like we all saw it hit the ground.
They're having a nice closer look. Oh. Now it's just a matter of if he actually went around.
No, he didn't.
Didn't even hit the bat.
It didn't?
No. It was the glove. It made it look like it, but once you saw it in slow motion, it didn't hit the bat.
Oh, it hit his hand.
It was just the glove.
Oh, okay.
Just bounced off of Mike Zunino's glove.
Oh, I thought it changed.
And JP walks, by the way.
Moving on.
So there we go. Now Julio is up.
Julio steps up into the saddle. Come on, buddy.
Julio, the man who loves swimming to third base. 0 for 3 though. Ugh, he's on my fantasy team and it
He does that
hurts.
all the time. He batted 284. You know, like
Yeah.
Get 100 every night. I can't get my feed to slow down. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah. That's why it's a crapshoot. Oh.
I mean,
so
I'm
1-1
not
count.
complaining. I'm getting it for free, but I can't pause it.
Well, at least yours is faster than mine. Mine's on Xfinity streaming with best internet I could possibly ask for.
Yeah, I remember when I had DirecTV, our feed was like 45 seconds behind. I'm like, this satellite can't be that slow. That's insane. That's you guys somewhere in there.
Honestly, I think people only buy DirecTV if they're just football nuts. That's the only reason to ever get DirecTV is literally football. Andres Munoz warming up in the bullpen.
It was way cheaper when it came out, and then it was very much not. It was like, oh, look at all these. It was back, remember when like a selling point was like, look at all the channels you could get before people didn't realize that like 400 of those channels were like music. You know, like.
And like, who's really going to watch all 400 channels? Like, I was only focused on like Nickelodeon and Fox Sports Net Mariners. So basically 2 channels.
Nobody. Like, the only people that cared about that many channels were hotels. And they had 42 channels when you went there. Like, that was the most annoying thing.
Hey, they had it. Remember they had N64 controllers back then too in the hotels?
I remember
Yeah,
that.
and it was like
I remember
$70
that. That was awesome.
an hour or something like that to play the games. It was so expensive. My parents would never let me. But I also owned an N64, so I kind of like didn't need to do that if we were on vacation.
True. What a time the N64 was.
It's on full count on Julio here.
Oh, you got full count. I'm at 3. I got 3-1.
Man, I gotta pause it again. I gotta figure this out.
He just hit a foul tip.
Okay, I found a way to pause it. I think we're in business. Sweet. Okay.
Julio. I missed doing the
I guess
Ichiro.
let me know when he hits that home run. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it kind of looked convincing. So we got 1 out. JP Crawford. And they're showing a commercial. Mint Mobile Shake. Jack in the Box. Ugh. The only good thing about Jack in the Box is their popcorn chicken's not that bad. Other than that, everything else is disgusting.
Man, your feed is definitely different because they didn't go to commercial at all on mine. Instead
No.
went on route. Got Brenda.
Oh, I see. It's probably okay because it's not local. That's why.
Oh
It's
yeah,
probably
I'm
streaming.
Sure I'm
Yeah.
sure this is streaming through like Belarus or something. Like it's just
Belarus, Russia's friend.
yeah. There's always like some way to get the game somewhere that's like an international. I don't know how they get away with it. I'm gonna be honest. Like I feel like YouTube should have a better way to shut this stuff down, but at the same time, it's like
Taking advantage.
I think the other honest argument for this is that even if I paid for MLB TV, I wouldn't be able to watch the Mariners
You
in
won't.
Seattle because of
It's
the local
blackout
blackouts.
local. I get it
Which
for
is just silly.
I get it for free through T-Mobile, but
It doesn't
it's
make
no
sense to me. Like, who is that for? People on the road only?
people that live in a different state that care for, like, let's say if you're a Mariners fan living in Texas, then that would make sense.
Right,
Unless
but
they
then
play the
call it,
Rangers.
Call it like MLB away or something like that when you're like not at home. Like don't
Yeah.
call it MLB TV where I can
I
watch
wonder if-
everybody but.
I wonder if I can ExpressVPN it. Just set it. I have ExpressVPN, so maybe I'll try to set it for like New York and see if that makes a difference. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I
Oh,
feel like
that
they're collecting enough data on us. They should just know what team we really like a lot, and then we have to pay if we want to see that team, but all the other games are free. Like, I think that would be fair if you're gonna try and do it that way. Because I don't care enough about the Phillies. I love Philly. My dad's side's from there, but I don't care enough about that team. They've broken my heart too many times. Like, I would watch them if it was on, but I wouldn't care, and I wouldn't buy anything on their advertisements because I live too far away, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you sell me the good games, the Mariners games. I don't know. I just think that they didn't pass the memo by my desk before they made these decisions.
The
Certainly
team.
didn't pass it by yours.
Another team that let's focus on this 2-2 count. And here is the pitch. Foul ball.
Oh, good.
He's
We're
fighting it
finally-
off.
We're synced up. I got it.
Good.
Until the next commercial break, we're good.
A team that actually would have made sense for me to cheer that's not the Mariners would have been Oakland A's, because I was actually born in Bay Area, so I would have chose between the Giants and A's. I would have first cheered for the Giants when I was a kid if I still lived there, but then Moneyball would have turned me into an A's fan. Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's popped up, but it's foul ball. But
The only
Colton
thing that
Wong's
would really
still
turn
fighting it
me-
off.
I think the only thing that would turn me into an A's fan would be the fact that, like, for a good decade there, you could be one of like 9 people in the stadium and you just own the place. Like, there's nobody. They could be in the playoffs and there's nobody.
There's still nobody. I went there and I was the loudest. I went to a Mariners A's game and I was the loudest person.
Which is crazy because they have like vuvuzelas.
Yeah, they got drums and everything.
But like, yeah, I mean, I guess. Oh, did you know that they have lockers in that stadium for the regular fans? The regular fans that like come. That was season ticket holders. That's what I'm thinking of. All of the season ticket holders have like a cubby or a locker or something like that. They can keep all their instruments at the stadium, so they don't have to lug their stupid drums and vuvuzelas and shakers and stuff. Thought that was pretty incredible.
AF Veteran goes, I'm in the regional broadcast. It's blocked. I use VPN to my. Oh, he got hit.
He put his elbow out there. I'm gonna call that. Like, you get those elbow guards. These guys get used to that. They start Ty France.
The dude on purpose.
Ty France, I'll give him 2 years ago, he got hit like a legitimate ridiculous number of times. Last year, he got hit like 9 times, and the other like 15 were him leaning into it.
Oh, I've been hit by those. Those ain't fun.
I was gonna say
And that
actually,
was
in
Little
this-
League.
In this one, I could see it creeping in on Wong. He couldn't get out of the way there. It's not a time. Kind of folded him up.
Got a friend of ours. He's doing it out of. He said it out of Dallas. So I guess there is a way.
What's out of Dallas? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Oh, he's in the comments.
Oh, that's why, because I can't see them.
Yeah, he says he's. I'm in the regional broadcast, blocked, but I use VPN for my MLB account. It works. Doing it out of Dallas at the moment. So I guess I'll.
My dad did that forever, and in fact, I think he's literally using my hospital ID because I work for the school that's run by the behavioral hospital. I think that he's using my ID to get MLB for half price, and then he lives in Nevada now, so he can actually get the game on the local without the local blackouts.
Is he in Vegas or Reno?
He's in the Skeet. It's just north and east of Vegas.
Yeah, everyone's going to Vegas now these days. They're going to
Well-
Vegas, Arizona, Texas.
Yeah, which, not sustainable. Good luck, guys. And Texas is just like a silly place. I don't know why people even choose to go there. I had friends that live there, and they last about 6 years, and they go, all right, time to go. But I think one of the big things, obviously, was just that housing market was just ridiculous. You know, you're a realtor. Like you,
Yep.
last year was bananas, and my parents watched their neighbors do no work at all to their houses and sell for thousands of dollars above the asking price. And so they were like, well, all right. They did some minor adjustments.
Oh, look at that. It's a fly ball to right
This ball
field.
was clobbered to right
And
field.
it is gone. It's a home run.
Yes,
I already
sir.
knew about it because AF Veteran spoiled it by going TYU France.
Yo.
There it
that's
is.
good.
It's a home run, and I'm going to play some nostalgia in it since the Mariners hit a home run. In the Kingdom days, when the Mariners hit a home run, AC/DC was on. They're probably going to now come after me for this. So I gotta talk as much as I can to like block out some of that sound.
So there's, I go back and forth on this because some of the stuff I didn't know was just a Seattle thing, like the Louis thing. I thought every ballpark played that after the 7th inning stretch. So I saw a Mets game and realized that they didn't. But playing Thunderstruck at the Kingdom and stuff like that, that was apparently like a whole bunch of different teams did that. And I was so bummed to find that out. I thought it was just us. And
Mariners being cool, yeah.
well, because I grew up hearing about all these teams that had like a theme song of that year or whatever. Was it? I don't know. My dad were here. He'd be like, "Oh yeah," would go off on a tangent, but I can't remember which team it was. Somebody in the 60s or 70s had a specific song. It was like a theme song to their year, and they'd sing it every time they won. I want to say it was the Indians, but God help.
Guardians.
No. Back then it was the Indians. Back then it was before racism, right? I think. I don't know.
Anyways, they're showing that Mario commercial, and I cannot wait for that movie. First, I don't know why I'm excited. It was only because they showed Yoshi for a split second, and he's my guy. I'm looking forward to the Mario Kart parts too. Yeah, there's a Mario movie coming out April 15th.
I saw the trailer for it, and I was getting hyped, and then I heard Chris Pratt talk, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, he's not Mario.
He is not. He's like got like a regular American accent. I'm like, what is this? This isn't Mario talks in the game. Like we don't. It's not a mystery of what he sounds like, right? Hello, like
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we call me old-fashioned, but I feel like it hasn't been long enough since the video games to just invent a new way he sounds.
No, it's been the same thing. Yeah, it should have been, let's go, Mario. Mamma mia. Oh, speak of, I'm supposed to play a commercial. Since it's commercial break. Or no, they pulled the guy out. Never mind. Oh, where's our friend Nelson? Ty France hit that home run. What a hit it was.
God, could you imagine what kind of life Ty France would have if Evan White didn't get hurt? Like, he got hooked up with that. The man took advantage. I'm not taking anything away from it, but Evan White was a Gold Glove. We weren't moving him.
Yeah,
but Ty France comes in and just is a superhero. It was like, all right, like this guy with Brett Boone while he was juicing forearms is gonna take us to the postseason.
I hope people still remember how the Mariners got Ty France. They got Ty France and Andres Munoz out of basically Austin Nola and Dan Altavilla. So that was a steal of a trade, and two of those players aren't really doing much. So a great trade by Jerry Dipoto, because normally you don't really hear it when the Mariners make a great trade. You usually hear, oh, we're just the farm system for the other team.
Well, you hear a lot of people talk. You hear a lot of people talk about the Seahawks being draft wizards and all that kind of stuff. But Jerry Dipoto, I mean, getting rid of, God damn it, what was his name? Robinson Cano. That Cano contract was an absolute dumpster fire. I can't believe they got rid of
10 years, 240.
Yeah,
that trade ironically, that trade actually got me more excited for the Mariners, knowing that they were just going to blow it up. I was like, yeah, let's just go fresh.
I mean, it was the right thing to do, but it was also like an absolute fleecing. Like those guys like really thought they were gonna get something with Cano or something. Like I don't understand that. They were dumping off. Didn't we get Kalanick?
We did.
We got
Kelnick, Jay Bruce, and Justin Dunn, and then Justin Dunn turned into the package for Eugenio Suarez.
Right, that's what it was. It was just like whatever they did with those pieces. I was like, yeah, that's how you do it. You double trade like real quick, and you get.
It was, yeah.
Like I mean, like they do mess up once in a while. Like I was personally glad to find out that Jesse Winker was a jerk because I hated that guy last year, and I wanted a reason to like believe that he just wasn't, you know,
he was too much of a defensive liability too.
Well, there was the liability, but there was also the fact that he had those liabilities and then wouldn't show up to practice to work on them. And I'm like, dude, if you're a major leaguer and you drop a pop fly at night, like you've got to go to every practice for the rest of the season. I think that's the rules. Like if you don't immediately hit a home run in that game and then make like an amazing diving catch to make up for it, like you got to run the polls after the game. You got to do something. Like you can't be doing nothing.
At least he arguably, some would argue that his actions that with that brawl arguably sparked the 14-game winning streak in some ways. Although it was heavily provoked by the Angels. Nelson, you're back. Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think my phone was just acting up.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All good.
Yeah, I think the Winker thing definitely it sparked a little bit of a tear there, but honestly, like we were talking about two teams, the Angels and the Mariners, that were just powerhouses at the beginning of last year, potential powerhouses. Like they have all of the tools, and for whatever reason, Anaheim they cannot figure it out. They just like fizzle in a way that I'm very familiar with watching my M's for the last 20 years, but also
they're run by Art Moreno, terrible owner.
But like,
and Nelson, I can hear myself.
You have like Mike Trout and
Shohei Ohtani, and he's still messed up. And you had Joe Madden as your manager. They shouldn't have fired him.
That's what I'm saying. You know, and that you know to me is like you got to I don't know. Is their farm system struggling? You've got
their farm system is not good. Farm system's really bad
because you can't take chances on people if you don't have anybody to gamble with. You know.
They don't have a farms. I heard their conditions there, like the way they're treated and the meals they get are like it's awful. That's I mean, Angels have one of the worst farm systems. Mike Trout, they just got lucky with Mike Trout.
What are they in like? What kind of system? The penitentiary? Like
it probably makes you want to have school lunch. That's probably what they get.
I don't know, man. I see the school lunch every day at work, and sometimes I'm like, I would not feed that to a refugee. That is just not food. I don't know.
I remember when I was working in childcare a few years ago during COVID. It was like remote learning. We went to a public school, and the food that they give, here's what their breakfast was. They had waffle sticks and cereal. That's their breakfast. And no wonder the kids went absolutely crashing in nuts. Exactly. You give them sugar in the morning like that, they're going to hit an airbag.
Look, man, I truly feel the science is still out on that sugar thing because I can't find consistency with it. I think, you know, there's the argument that with a lot of sugar comes a lot of excitement, and that it's usually like times when you eat sugar. But at the same time, like, I have any idea, I would have weighed something in school if they'd fed me waffles, you know? I would have actually eaten in the morning.
JP and Andres Munoz is the closer.
Oh, yeah.
He takes care of number one.
So we'll see. It's a 3-0. Just seemed like it just felt like it happened just all of a sudden.
Who's stepping up to bat?
Stephen Kwan.
Now, was Kwan the guy we were going to get and we got Frazier instead? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember that. Too bad Frazier didn't work out, but at least he hit a game-winning hit, sort
They were
of.
trying to get Kwan and they were trying to get Trevor Story, and they ended up getting
I
neither
heard
of
that the
them.
Story one, yeah. Story's the biggest one I remembered.
I think that was right around the time that they picked up Castillo. That was like right before, because they were trying to figure out like what kind of major move are they going to make? Are they going to bolster this or that? And
They got Castillo, yeah.
And it was like
Gave up 2 shortstop prospects though, but if you get Castillo, and the Mariners have 2 shortstop prospects as well still lining up, it was worth it. And I heard one of them was like super inconsistent.
the kids out there are all trying to play shortstop all the time. You're going to find
Ground ball.
shortstops. That's probably pitchers and shortstops are probably the most common, like,
Positions.
that you would like, God damn it. What's the word I'm trying to think of? It's aspiring positions, I guess. Like kids will look up generally to try and play those ones because those are the ones that people see. Maybe center field, you might get some of those.
Yeah. 2
Catcher
outs
for the bigger kids that can wear the gear. I was not one of them. I looked like a turtle.
I wore catcher's gear. It was fun.
And
it's 2 outs, and Munoz threw a 101. Woo!
Yeah, shout out to my homies in left center field too, or right center field. Never had a 4 outfield.
Shout
in the
out.
league.
Strike
If you were in right
one.
or left, that was like being second line in the orchestra. Like no one can hear you, dude.
I think I sat in the very back with my cello in the stage, so no one saw me. 1-1. And it's a ground ball, and it's a base hit. Went right by Crawford, and we've got a man on first base.
See, that's not a good place to sit if you're not good at cello, though. You want to sit right in the middle of everybody, because if you sit in the back, people can't see you, but they can definitely hear you. The way that stages are shaped.
Yeah.
In
Luckily,
theaters.
if I really had a hindsight, no one really paid attention anyway.
That's all right. I played viola. It doesn't matter how loud I could play. I could hook it up to a mic, no one would have known. But it was way more portable. I could take that on the plane with me. Just in case I wanted to.
Oh, no.
Economy.
It is going down. Now we've got men on second and third, 2 outs.
I forgot
What
that
is
the Mariners
going on?
need to keep things exciting or they get bored and fall
They
asleep.
do that. They love doing that. It's their thing.
There's 2 outs. I mean, there's no excuse for this. You got to K this guy. Although I will say Ramirez is probably their most patient hitter that I've seen tonight. He was taking a lot of pitches earlier that would have fooled most batters, not just the Kellenics.
Oh, Kelnick, yeah, he just hacks at everything.
I know the feeling. I've been to the batting cage and cranked it up all the way. That's how I swing too. I'm like, this better be anywhere near the bat. I just don't know. Like
The league I play in, the umpire that I had, he would call a strike if the thing barely hit the plate. So I had knowing him, I had no choice but to hack it.
you're
And it's a
playing
wild
softball.
pitch, and luckily no one scored. But that's ball 1.
What kind of softball were you playing though? Were they like really underhand in it, or were they just locked?
Underhand. It was underhand.
But like speed pitch, or was it slow pitch?
Slow pitch.
Like beer league stuff. Okay, so
Beer
like,
league.
the fact that they even have like an ump is hilarious to me. Did you get in a fight with yours too? Because I got in a little scuffle with one of mine.
No, I never
Got our
fight
team a
umpires.
-1 point.
Oh, great.
We were
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Josh Bell. Just
Man,
2 strikes away to end the drama.
I have my sound off on this feed, and I thought that ball was crushed, and I was like, "Man, I'm crushed."
You
now.
would think. Yeah, don't hit that home run. Yep, that's a ball. I hate to say it, but that was a ball.
I don't know, man. It's interesting to see with the robotic umps and in the minors and stuff, because you can throw that pitch and get a call to strike if the stitching hits the front of that plate.
Oh, that looked like it was going to be.
I mean, again, that ball looked absolutely destroyed, but
It did.
I know maybe it's the first game of the year. I don't have my vision in there all right because the spring training cam is different, but that ball was
Yeah.
Also the wind is blowing tonight. It could have been
The 2-2 pitch, and it's a ground ball.
Nice
Stopped
snap.
by Ty France, and the ball game is over. The Mariners just won their first game. So excited I have to play this. If it is playing. They also played this in the 90s after a win. It was usually after a walk-off win.
This I could get
Sing
down.
Hallelujah.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh, they got to do that. I wonder how we can do that virtually. There's not really a way we can.
Yeah, I went to a hockey game last year, and I hadn't been to one since a little kid, and I didn't realize they haven't updated the soundtrack at those games either. Like, it is literally the same songs that I used to listen to as a kid. What?
There it is. It is 1-0. It wasn't pretty at the very end, but they got it done. But Mariners bullpen will always give me adrenaline. They always like to make it exciting. Exciting.
Nothing like a shutout to start the year.
Yeah, it's a good shutout. Give it to Luis Castillo. Wait, he's not going to get the win. He's still got a no decision even after all of that.
Yeah, because he wasn't in when they.
Yeah, poor
true.
guy.
Who gets the win then? Is that Munoz?
That was, I think, it's probably Sewald because he was the last pitcher for it.
Give my boy a dub. Hell yeah.
Now, how did my fantasy team do? I am down by a lot.
Dude, Ty France hit that. That was a full ball with above the zone. That ball he took to right field.
Yeah, he hit the living crap out of it. So, and it barely, well, not living, hit the living crap, but the guy, he was
Dude,
like, no,
that guy-
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, no kidding. He didn't catch it. He made his like shortstop pizza arms. He just like made a little loop like this, and it fell right.
If you're gonna
right
sit
in
there, you
between.
gotta bring a glove, man.
What were you trying to catch that with? He was like praying. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
I
what?
pray that I got it.
Jesus made me drop the ball again. You know?
I guess so.
Gosh. Did they douse Ty France in the Gatorade already? Yeah, they got him. Good.
Yep, they did.
He is wet.
Viva la France. What a game that was.
All right, so we're batting 1,000. I feel like we're not going to lose any games this season. That's my
Yeah. And then when we lose the next game, we go, oh no, the sky is falling.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna start like remember like 3 years ago when it was like we started like 13-1 or something.
13-2.
Like, we're going for this, and then it was just like, and then we were like 21-30. Like
Yeah.
right after that,
Yeah, because Houston gave us a reality check.
it was embarrassing.
The only
to say the
exciting
least.
part was when they hit. I think they hit the AL record, 50 plus something home runs in a month though. I think they got close to 60 home runs, and because they were hitting a home run almost every day.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, it was
yeah.
getting a little bit repetitive. It was kind of like Griffey for a while there in the late 90s. It was like, oh, did he make another over-the-wall grab? Like, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
Now they are showing the.
Oh, they got him good. Yeah.
They did get him, yeah. Well, let's go over
Brighton
final
is a
thoughts. So Ben, what's your final thoughts from this game overall?
I mean, they look good, man. They look just like I had hoped. I don't worry about late in offense. There's 9 innings in a game. Just get them in at some point. I've seen plenty of times where they rip it up 7 runs in an inning. So I think as long as the pitching can hold it down like that, we're good. As long as Castillo keeps those dreads on lock, he will survive. And I think that the Mariners have a good shot this year.
Yeah, let's hope Castillo's okay because his dreadlock saved his life, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
And now Nelson, your turn.
Ooh, you know, I think with me, you know, I think I'm just gonna be pretty simple, you know, as long as we just gotta keep our bullpen, you know, consistent, you know, and have our offense just be good. I think we have a chance.
I think so too. I mean, my thoughts: Luis Castillo, exactly what we'd expect. 6 strikeouts. Unfortunately, gets that no decision. Glad to see Ty France finally step up and hit that home run. Bullpen looked good, at least until Andres Munoz had a little heart attack moment. So let's hope that the bullpen can at least keep it not entertaining. Let's have a more boring bullpen next time.
And hey,
But yeah,
Kelenic got a hit too.
Kelenic got a hit and a stolen base.
Yeah, give my boy some credit for pulling that off. I like that. He's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing aggressively like he always does, but he doesn't look like he's about to fall out of his shoes, and he doesn't look like he's about to cry. So
Yeah.
it's good.
There
Good
were
big
several
steps.
times. I remember I saw him in Tacoma right before he got called up. I was there. After he struck out, he like completely chucked his bat, and you actually saw it. And I go, "Dang, he's a fiery, feisty man." And he
Yeah,
carried
that's
it
the
over.
Kind of guy, you rein that in, and you kind of work with the mentors and the team psychologists and stuff like that, and you find a way to harness that, because you don't want that fire to go out, but you definitely can't be having him like cuss out the ump and get ejected.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is really brutal. But yeah, I think it'll be fun to watch this year. I think that'll be a guy to keep your eye on.
Oh,
Already looking
he's
up.
been on my eyes the day that trade happened.
Yep.
I was watching him in minor league games. Sometimes I was at a restaurant and I put on my wife. I actually streamed for minor league baseball when the Mariners were having their off year in 2019, and I was just watching a ton of minor league games. It was actually more fun than, well, there's not really much to watch on the Mariners at the time. So, and
You included had a lot of friends that just became Yankees fans for some reason.
Oh, that day. I don't remember that. But hey, I left them.
Gotta stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
I left them the moment the Mariners finally started to tank. And I go, okay, I want to be part of this rebuild. So at least I didn't jump on last year. I jumped in when they started to tank, and I go, you know what? I want to do this when they're at their bottoms. So I bought on. I like the stock
That's
market.
because you'd get ridiculed for waiting longer. Like that does. I'm not giving you points for that, Joe.
You'll never give me points. You wouldn't give me points even if I didn't do that. You would still find a way to make a joke out of it creatively.
I mean, that is what I do.
It is something you're good at. Well, I think that's all. I can't really think of anything else. I mean, if I ever do a show like this, I would definitely update. But it was quite an experiment to do. So that is it. I'm going to sign off. Going to end this broadcast in just a moment. But before we go Mariners.
Oh,
And
yeah.
let's hope they
Mariners.
go for this World Series.
Oh yeah, for sure.